it's a miracle, man. Like, I'm not going to start like drinking the Kool-Aid, but like when like we went to the doctor the other day to look at the sonogram, and I was like, it changed my life.
Foreplay, presented by Barstool Sports. We are live in Arizona. Congratulations, Frankie.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Gonna be a dad.
That's right.
Gonna be a father.
Hard launch yesterday on the Instagram. Quite the response. It was pretty amazing yesterday.
Congratulations. How long did you grind over the caption?
Oh, Hannah did all that.
Oh, did she?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Even on Twitter?
Oh, on Twitter I did. Yeah, that was quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, this is what it's going to
Fired
be.
from the hip, kind of?
Yep. So having the baby in April, for anyone that didn't see on social media, yep, we're having a baby.
Fantastic news.
Very exciting.
Incredible. April, Masters.
Yeah. It's like April 30th, actually, like April
Okay.
29th, April 30th. So if she goes early, it'll be definitely in April, but May if not.
Very cool.
Very
cool.
exciting times, though. Just like the amount of messages I got yesterday were absolutely out of control. My phone was like on fire. It was crazy.
It's a huge thing.
It is huge. And just like a lot of other guys that have gone through it, obviously almost everyone goes through it. That's why we're all here.
Billions
so it's
of
like,
people.
Yeah.
Billions.
Yeah.
So people are just, telling me, like Kisner, everyone's just like reaching out, just being like how great it's going to be. You get this like second wave of life or whatever. Whitney talking about it. So it was cool. It was really cool to hear from everyone and people I hadn't heard from in a while. So it was good.
How did Papa Borelli handle the news?
The video is so funny. So we went to
Ireland.
went to Ireland. That's where it happened. So shout out to the Ashford Castle. That trip just got even better. No
That's
free
what
ads.
they say. They say go on a trip.
Free ads.
They say go on a trip, relax a little bit. It's going to happen.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know how much she wants me to talk about, but like we definitely tried for a while. It's definitely not as easy as people like put it in the movies where it's like, hey, just do this and then this happens. I think for some people it definitely does, but it's quite the journey and it's very stressful. And like my heart goes out to a lot of the people that do struggle with it because I could see how like the tensions would really rise and like some people like split up because of this stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, as you grow up and you become an adult and all your friends become an adult, you do realize it's not as easy as the movie
Dude, it's
show.
really hard. And
Yeah.
like you start like talking to doctors or like you start talking to people that have gone to doctors and they're like the percentages are actually like not in your favor for this to happen. Like
Yeah.
it's a miracle, man. Like I'm not going to start like drinking the Kool-Aid, but like when like we went to the doctor the other day to look at the sonogram and I was like it changed my life.
Great.
Because like
Incredible.
the first couple ones you go to, it's just like it's the moving sonogram. Like you just see like a couple of like blurbs. And then the one we went to the other day was like a human moving its arms, and they're like, and then they're really zooming in. Like here's the 4 chambers of the heart. Here's the 2 sides of the brain, and it's growing. Like you're just looking at this human being in there just chilling. Like, hey, I can't wait to come out in a couple months. And you're just like, how is that even number one surviving?
Yeah.
And number 2, like, how is this possible? How is that person gonna go on to be somebody? Like it's inside of her, like in the belly. It's fucking crazy. It's like if I described that to an alien form, they'd be like, you guys are aliens. You guys grow human beings inside of you and spit them out. Like it's crazy.
Anyone who has listened to this podcast and watched your brain work is going to be very interested in watching you go
I
through
couldn't
this.
believe the sonograms. Couldn't believe them. So
Everything blows your mind in a good way. And now you're about to become a father.
Oh.
And that's going to blow your mind times a billion.
But anyway, so yeah, we definitely tried, and then went to, and it's funny how like everything works out. Like things just kind of happened with her and whatever, and it wouldn't have been able to work when we were originally supposed to go to Ireland. Like we would have missed it.
Right.
And then my dad gets the heart surgery. We move Ireland, and we go to Ireland in August. And then that's when everything kind of aligned, and that's when it happened. And I just think like going somewhere where like our mind wasn't on it. We drank a bunch of Guinness. We just like, just didn't even think about anything.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone's been talking about just like sex and like pull-out game not as weak and all that shit. Like I've been getting a lot of those messages.
Nice.
Soakers and, getting one past the goalie. All of them made me laugh. Mm-hmm. One guy just wrote, this guy loves something like that. Yeah. You can bleep that out actually. Because this is a nice segment. You can bleep that
Just
word.
the word.
Just the word.
Beautiful segment.
But yeah, so I just think that's what if I had to give anyone any sort of advice, it would be to just do something like that. Like go somewhere. It doesn't have to be Ireland, but go somewhere that you can just get your mind off of it, because it definitely becomes like a job at one point. But yeah, it was amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So
Are you going to go the Earl Woods approach and have your child watching you, like hit balls?
I've thought about it. I've thought about it.
Right.
Just like how you can mold the person. Like
You got to get those military tapes and put it up to her belly now.
Right.
just
And
like
start now.
I'm
so
mentally tough.
in classic Borelli form, we're not. Oh, so I'll get back to my dad, but we're not going to find out if it's a boy or a girl. We're just going to wait till the end, which is
That's
as
people don't do
Wow.
that anymore.
That's
I feel.
boy.
So our thought is you only get a certain amount of true surprises in life. Like
Yeah.
everything else is fabricated.
Yeah.
Like you're showing up to your house, everyone's waiting in there, you know it's coming, whatever. We know a baby's coming. We have no idea if it's a boy or a girl. Wow. And we're going to prepare no matter what. We're going to love the baby no matter what. We are excited for no matter what. But once that baby comes out and they hold it up, I want to be able to say to Hannah, it's a boy, it's a girl.
Wow.
And we go out to the family and everyone's going to be waiting on the edge of their toes.
Jeez.
On the edge of their seat. And they're going to be like, what is it? And I'm going to say the name. And it's going to be like, I'm a dramatics guy.
Ultimate showman. I was just going to say.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is waiting.
She's going to be looking at your face to find out.
Yep.
And that's what a moment you're going to have right there.
You got a feeling, though.
Oh, man.
You know.
Oh, yeah. I think it's a girl.
Yeah.
She thinks it's a boy, so it's good.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. She's like, she teeters. She thinks it's a girl sometimes. She thinks it's a boy sometimes.
Right.
There's all these ways of finding out, or people think that they know how to find out. Like, if your face stretches, it's a girl. If, you have morning sickness, it's a girl. If you don't gain any weight in your face, it's a boy and shit like that. She doesn't even feel like she's pregnant. She, she walks around, you wouldn't even know.
So
go ahead.
your doctor knows.
Yeah, and can't
That's
tell
what I
us.
was going to ask. Like, when you get the sonogram, is that what it's
Yeah.
called? Like, are you at risk? Like, will they, blank it out? Like,
So
you
the
can't
last
see
one
it?
we went to was the more detailed one, and then in 2 weeks we have a very very
Bunch of
detailed
idiots
one.
we are.
I know
Yeah.
nothing.
No,
about this.
that's literally like she said. She turned the screen and was like, "All right, we're gonna check the bladder area and don't look." And they have to be very conscious of not saying oh, there's her feet or there's his.
Right, because you guys, I would guess, are in the
Wow.
minority of the world.
No, it happens a lot.
Of people not wanting to know.
Maybe not as common now, but it's definitely.
Okay.
They know if there's a procedure for them. They know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be tough not to slip.
The only
Possible.
benefit
Really hard.
of knowing is you just buy more stuff catered to that gender, but
It's a color choice.
yeah, but
Pretty
it's
much.
we're just gonna do a green or something. You know what I mean? The bedroom's gonna be a green. It's gonna be a neutral color.
It's also is it even out now to be if it's going to be a girl, get all kinds of pink stuff? I feel like that's out
Yeah, I
now.
mean
It's
you don't
almost
really
Yeah,
you don't
you know?
dress up the room like a neon pink.
Right.
I mean I feel like that's when they're older. They get to make their room whatever they want. But
Right.
I mean for us we're gonna keep it a nice soothing aesthetic regardless of what it is. And then once you know it, then you can doctor it up, but it's not going to change the amount of diapers we get or or
It's a little tricky for us, Trent. We got to get neutral gifts.
Yeah.
Can they tell me?
they technically could. Yeah.
Why not?
They know.
I'm going to keep it a secret.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And
the
you
other
said-
thing is too, once the baby comes out, you just know the baby. So it's when you get the baby something, for my nephew, we didn't know for Hannah's sister or brother either. They came out. We all knew because we just looked at her and we're you're having a boy. And then they came out and it was a boy. So it was more of a confirmation. But they did the same thing that we're doing. And it was fun. Now we know Jack. And I want to buy stuff for Jack.
Right.
I know what he looks like. It's just it's almost more
With this way of doing it, do you have a name picked out for each one?
well the boy names are already set in the stars.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
That's
the easiest thing of all time. Frank Joseph Borelli the fourth.
true. Okay. There you
It's
go.
a fucking dynasty.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
right.
But
yeah,
then so
IV. It's so sick, dude.
if it's a
Fourth
girl,
is
Fourth is crazy.
Yeah.
that is actually
What do you call him?
like king
40?
shit.
I don't even know. What do you call him?
4.
Whatever. We'll
What's a
figure it
4?
out. Quattro.
Quattro's
Quattro's
a good one. Quattro's a
But
good
then,
one.
so if it's a girl, do you guys you'll have a name picked out?
We have
by
a couple
then?
names.
Quattro.
We have a couple names. Names are hard,
Bro.
dude. Because you want to name a baby, but you have to. I keep telling Hannah you have to name an adult.
It's true.
Yeah.
You can't
Right.
be look at it. She keeps saying baby blank, and I'm like.
only
But
gonna
that
be a
baby might be a lawyer. You know what I mean? You can't walk into Harvard Law School and be I'm whatever.
When he or she is listening to this podcast in 20 years, they're going to appreciate
Hopefully
this
none of
forethought.
that's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, true.
It is. That is. not to shit on anybody, but it's like the name Teddy or something. You're like, well, that's like an adult now.
Yeah,
When
right.
you
Well,
meet an
you would hope that it's
Theodore.
Theodore.
yeah,
right.
right.
And the other thing is, like, there's so many people having babies that you have to kind of like navigate this landmine area of all the other people naming their babies. You don't want to name the same one. So like we have a name picked out, or like let's say we have like a couple names picked out, and then she's like, I think I heard this person might be having this baby, and I think that's gonna be their name. And then you're like, do you stay away from that, or do you just name your baby what you want? Like that, like the odds of them ever crossing paths, like if it's a friend of a friend or a friend's sister or brother, it's like, do you even care that like there's two of them coming out at the same time, the same name? Like,
no.
like you just name it what works, you know? Like I don't know.
It's also a minefield of, well, you got the boy name, so that's actually makes it way easier. But like if it's a girl, like a girl named this, or like Hannah knows a girl
it's
named
bad.
this. Yeah, that's
really
where it gets bad.
And you probably know some different,
She's
with
saying
the
names.
name.
I'm like, nah. And I'm saying names, and she's like,
No. Right. So that limits the field too.
Yeah.
That's tricky. That's
You can't name the girl Alex. Like what a
No.
nightmare that would be.
I actually like the name Alex for a girl.
So do I.
Yeah.
That's a nice
I do.
name.
Alex Bush is nodding his head.
Alex
Trump.
Borelli.
It's very exciting, man. It's very, very cool. You want to tell a story about your dad?
Oh, well, yeah. So we went to Ireland, and then we had to tell. So a couple weeks go by, and Hannah tells me, and it was like very emotional. It was very fun getting that like announcement. Came back from golf. She had a little we put like a bookcase in the basement. Not many books on there, but there's a lot of like little trinkets. I bought like a little Funko Pop of John Lennon that I put on there.
I bought a Tiger Woods Funko Pop.
It's so much fun, Funko Pops.
I've
like
got this
addicted.
office now. I got to put shit in it.
I'm addicted to
You got
Funko
to.
Pops.
Office is a cool thing to have.
It's great.
It is. This place, by the way, you decorated this place. It's immaculate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Immaculate.
Yeah.
So people know we're in my home here in Arizona, and I feel very exposed right now.
No,
It's great, dude.
Just okay. Thank
Bro,
you.
if you guys came to my place, it'd
Well, I know I
nothing
got
like this.
wires. I told you guys about that.
It's
Frankie
okay.
needs wires.
I'm over it.
And then I was just looking like this. Like these used to be screws here, and I did like a quick little thing,
No.
and I like never
Can't even
really,
notice.
No.
like I thought it looked good, and now
my-
I'm sitting here. I'm like,
It's
fuck.
good.
No, from my perspective, you crushed it. It's a golf guy's apartment.
It is.
Fully.
It is. It's good.
Max came over here one time and was like, "I think you like golf more than I do." This is insane.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm
No,
sorry.
there's golf everywhere.
Keep
The
going.
Aaron Hill's little like
Shoe rack.
shoe rack is sick.
Thank you.
That is
Thank
sick.
you. Yeah,
Keep
it's a
going,
good
Frank.
Went to Ireland, and so she gave me like a little book for the bookcase and said like dad or whatever. It was like one of like the little dad books. It was a cool moment. It was like no fucking way, because there was a lot of no's for months and months, and then finally it's like holy shit, it finally worked. Anyway, so that happens. A couple weeks go by. We wait to tell the family. And I just like couldn't wait. Like we like told them, or like I was like, I can't not tell them. Like this is everything for my parents. Right? They have nephews and nieces, and they are the greatest grandparents of all time. I just know that they want me to have a kid. Like I'm their baby, and this is like it. This is like their last one. I'm the child. I'm the baby of the family. This is a
Keep
big
the dynasty
one.
going.
Just gotta keep the dynasty going. Yeah. So it's really hard to as a theatrics and drama guy, like how to like tell them, right? So like I was like, how the hell are we going to tell these people? So I thought of getting Alex Bush has opened up a Pepsi. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock in the
Couldn't
morning.
figure out what that was over there.
Very carbonated Pepsi. It sounded like a SpaceX launch
thought
was
he was
fucking taking off.
giggling over there or something.
We're going to Mars. Nope, that's just opening up a Pepsi can. We went to like a CVS or whatever, and we figured out how to get they print on demand books, like photo album books.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, we should do a book of Ireland so that they won't suspect anything. And I'll say, hey, we like printed out all the photos that we took in Ireland, and on the last page we'll leave it empty and we'll put the sonogram photo in there. So as they kind of flip open, they'll be looking at every photo, they'll be reminiscing about the trip, and at the end, right? So here's the weird thing. I went on this app on CVS on my phone, and we're in the parking lot of CVS. This is how fast we were doing it. And I'm picking all these photos, and we're trying to edit them and like make sure that the order is correct. And right when I hit submit, it was perfect. Like the last page was going to be blank. The last two pages were going to be blank. So like when my mom and dad like flipped the last page, the last two, we were going to write on the left one, and we were going to have the sonogram on the right one. And when I got to CVS, the attendant, like the counter worker, was like so flustered, like couldn't believe that she had to do this thing, and took all the photos and kind of just like mashed them all up together, like didn't even do the order that I said, and just put them in and like stamped them and like got them into this hard case. And I was like, my head was spinning. I'm like, you just like, how am I going to get this to be in the order that I want? And when I opened up the book, it was all like in a wild order, but at the end there was a photo of me and Hannah on the left, and then the right page was blank. It was like when you opened up this final page, it was just a photo of us in front of the cliffs of Moore, and then a page to the right. I was like, this fucking worked out, like bizarrely. Like I don't know how it happened, but like when that so they're going through, and the video's great. Like they're going through all the pages, and they're taking a while. And like really going through, and my heart's
you gotta keep
pounding,
reading that book.
And I'm holding my nephew, and my sister's over, and she runs upstairs, and I know they're getting to the last page, and I want the Jenna to be down there, but everyone else is down there, and Jenna runs upstairs to get something, and my mom's about to get to the last page, and it's chaos. Like I'm holding baby Blake, and they get to the last page, and then my Hannah has the video, but it's like my dad sees it first, so my dad's like leaning over my mom's like shoulder, and then he just looks up at the camera, and if you zoom in on it, it's all time. He's like looking at it, he just goes, and he just his eyes just dart to Hannah, and he goes, what? and my mom throws the book, and it sounds like she got stabbed because she's screaming so loud, and everyone, and it's insanity. The baby's crying, and it's just like it's incredible. So it was a great moment. Everyone's hysterically crying, and it's just it worked out. So that was fun. And then telling all the friends and stuff went great. Kyle Timms made a video for me of like, I wanted to tell my buddies, and I put this on my Instagram, but it was like an Augusta National commercial. So like usually like you send them around this time where you're like, I can't wait for April. So I was like, dude, at the end, can you make it look like an Augusta commercial? And at the end, it's like Baby Borelli, and he crushed. I don't know if you guys saw this.
I did see it.
He crushed it.
It's incredible.
And he even got the audio where he's like, "Is it his time?" Yes. And like it's crazy. It's like they open up the gates of Augusta, and as they're opening up the gates, the announcement comes out. So I sent it to my buddies. I'm like, God, I can't wait till April. And everyone like kind of just watched it, thinking it was like a Tiger Woods commercial. And at the end, they were like, "Holy shit!" They were nuts.
Cool. Kyle Tim's been waiting his whole life for that assignment.
Yeah, he's a father. And then we got Brendan Jones. He's going to be a dad.
Podcast is growing up, man.
Maybe we'll start a podcast called Podfathers, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Original idea.
That's a great idea.
It's like Biz coming up with, we should get all those golf clips together.
Put them all together in one event.
So funny.
That's a great idea.
Insane. He's like, fuck just doing it with foreplay. That was the only part I took away from that. He goes, fuck just doing it with foreplay. We should do it with everyone. I was like, yeah, true, but we could also do one with foreplay.
Man, we just can't get this foreplay checklist thing on the books. No matter how hard we try. You very casually turned your phone to me when we were playing with Noah Khan to tell me that you were having a baby. And I lost my fucking mind.
You did.
That was fucking awesome.
I found out in Hawaii.
Yep, that was a great time.
Which was very cool. That was like at dinner. It was awesome. It was like
I figured that was a great spot to tell
we were
people.
Overlooking the ocean. It was sick.
I always remember that.
I got to be there when you told Francis, which is the best.
Yes.
We were in the ocean in Hawaii. And floating. Francis was floating away like underwater. And Frankie's like, I think I'm going to tell him right now. And I was like, do it. And he did. And Francis had obviously.
He lost his mind. Splash in the water, going underneath, going up.
It's fun, man. Yeah. It's fun.
That's so
cool. It is fun. It's a big deal.
I know. It really is.
Crazy.
Is your plan, are you going to be like reading books and preparing? Or are you going to kind of go
I think blind? So. I mean, I'll let Hannah read a lot of the books and relay the information.
Give you a
little
spark
for you is you guys have such a good family system out on Long Island where it's like everybody's right there.
And they're all having babies. And like, she just watched 2 of our nephews yesterday. So she was with them alone all day, took them to the park, played baseball with them, like made changed diapers, fed them. Like she's ready to rock.
Yeah.
I'm very much not ready to rock, but
takes a village.
And for me, it's like I'm a fucking child, dude. Like that's crazy. Like I am the most immature guy at Barstool. So it's like for me, in some ways, I am still like I'm moving through life, but the other ways it's like I'm still a fucking kid, which I think a lot of first-time parents definitely feel that way.
Everybody always says you're never ready. So that's just what it is.
Yeah.
People have done it billions of times.
Literally. It's what the doctor said. She's like, it's going to feel stressful. It's going to be crazy. But it's like everyone does this. Like you're here because of this. Like the only reason we're all here is because someone gave birth to you. It's like, it's true.
I'll tell you somebody who's very excited. It's my mom. She was
Oh, wow.
thrilled.
Really? Did she find out yesterday?
No, I told her a little earlier.
Yeah.
I wanted to wait, but I knew she wanted.
Riggs' mom lost her mind.
My mom went crazy because I asked the first thing I asked when he told me in Hawaii. I go, "Can I tell my mom?" He's like, "Yeah, you can tell your mom. She's not like put it on social media." I was like, "No," and she went nuts. She was all fired up.
Yeah, my mom. That's like the number one thing she would ask me about. Like not even my life. She was like, how's it going with them? I was like, oh. And then I told her, she lost her mind. So everybody's excited.
I was a little dramatic with my mom too. I was like, I have like a big secret to tell you, and she was like, "What is it?"
It's exciting, man. I mean, like I said, this podcast is growing up. I mean, me and Riggs aren't, but the rest of the podcast is.
We're more my bachelor pad.
We're the oldest ones, and we're still just like, whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, kids, cool. That's great.
Awesome.
You got the Aaron Hills thing though. That thing is sick.
That bench.
I can't stop looking at that.
Yeah, isn't it great? I'm glad you like that thing.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I got a lot of messages being like, "What does this mean for foreplay?" I don't think it means anything. I think we just keep rolling. I mean, it's just. I mean, everyone has babies and goes to work and figures it out. The other thing that was funny, and somebody messaged me.
A little paternity leave.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to be home for the first like month or so, like where I'm going to be like in the trenches. But after that, back to work. I mean, you just go back to work.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah,
a lot of people at Barstool have kids.
Everyone, everybody. The world goes on.
Absolutely.
And the other thing was, who the fuck messaged me and was like, "Oh, your golf game." Oh, Trotty. He's like, "Say goodbye to your golf game," right? Just like everyone's like, "Say goodbye to your golf game. Say goodbye to your golf game." I said, I'm just gonna figure out what Scotty Scheffler became the best golfer in the world when having a child, so I'm just gonna do that. Like people keep saying you're never gonna be able to play golf again. It's like, well, I mean, like guys on the PGA Tour have babies and they like actually like just keep playing golf.
Tons of them.
Yeah, and like this is our job, so we're gonna keep playing golf.
You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It is it is our job.
Someone just figures it out.
We'll be filming videos. That's what we do.
Not just saying it to Scotty, like, oh, like, that's it. Like, you're having a kid. There goes
your golf game.
Good luck practicing. It's like, no, I mean, he just like became the best golfer ever.
Of all time.
It is wild thinking about this podcast, how long we've been doing it. I remember being at Cherry Valley when you were about to propose to Hannah.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like a stressful day. We're just going through all of it. We've seen every bit of your life, basically.
It is wild to think about that. Like, I can't even imagine a world where you weren't even like engaged yet.
Crazy.
Crazy, man.
Absolutely crazy. Yeah, that was quite the day. I remember being very, very nervous. I've just been like nervously telling you guys about moments in my life. So it's been like, like I get that like hot feeling like I'm going to tell these guys something.
It's awesome.
Feeling.
Yeah.
This episode of the show is brought to you by our great friends at Chevrolet. Little Chevy. Equinox EV. We're talking Equinox EV. This thing's awesome, comfortable. Seating room for up to 5 people. All kinds of room for your clubs. I think it gets 319 miles on a charge.
It's a long way.
It's a lot of miles.
A really long way.
Just going longer than that, you know?
Just be the guy who everybody piles into when you guys are going golfing. That's what you can be. It's got a ton of space. Gets you really far no matter what golf course you're going to. Equinox EV, Chevrolet.
Best in class 17.7-inch diagonal standard touchscreen display. So they got great technology. The Equinox, the 2025 Equinox EV LT, starting price of $34,995. Pricing obviously can vary based on the different dealers who set the price, but this thing's awesome, and I can't recommend enough. Just go check out the link. We love the link. We love going on there. Look at how sexy this thing is. Chevy.com/Equinox EV. You go on there, you check out product info, lease offers, amazing deals. It is the Equinox EV, roomy, no compromises interior, ample cargo room, convenient storage solution. So go check it out. That's Chevy.com/Equinox EV. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. I know you mentioned, obviously, we're talking family, we're talking Scotty. We got a shout out to Rory McIlroy. McIlroy raced to Dubai, won it for like the millionth time. He got very emotional afterwards with that, which I thought was awesome. Probably my favorite part from the whole thing was he shouted out his caddy, Harry Diamond, and he got emotional when he started talking about it. But he said, and it is kind of ridiculous to look back at that, but after the U.S. Open meltdown, Pinehurst, the whole thing, which was right there. Shout out to John Cavalier, Links Gems, that bad boy.
It's a great picture.
That was a housewarming gift. Came in a crate. Took me forever to fucking open.
Huge.
It was huge. But anyways, Harry Diamond took a lot of shit when Rory lost the US Open. A lot. Pretty much strays. Being like, why do you hit this club? That's like, you got to back him off, all that, which really is kind of ridiculous. But anyways, credit to Rory that he took very, very notable time during his speech to be like, I got to shout out my guy. my best friend for years and years, taking a lot of heat this year, and he's the best. And Rory was like getting choked up talking about it. I thought that was a very cool moment.
It's great. Yeah, when you're in the fire like that and you're just like in it with your boy, they know what's actually going on behind the scenes. They know the work that they're putting in, and all the people that are kind of like shitting on a guy for blowing a lead at the US Open, whatever it is, like not making putts. Like it's not. We argued. We talked about it for a while. That wasn't on his guy at all. That's the guy putting. The guy with the putter in his hand needs to make putts. He needs to make the calls. I don't care what kind of conversation leads up to actually hitting the shot. You are not hitting a golf shot until you fully commit to it as a professional golfer, especially Rory McIlroy. So he knows that. Harry knows that. For them to have this win and this confirmation that you are the best duo possible for you two. That's great. I love it.
Rory had a
it
great
works
year.
for them. He had a great year.
You
could have been an incredible year.
I know. You read the headlines and you're like, man, Pinehurst #2 is going to be the headline. But guy just puts himself in contention over and over and over again. It's unbelievable.
I like to. This is like the reason we love Rory, right? Is he very much kind of said what everyone was thinking afterward. He was like, yeah, I'll be honest with you. He's like, I've been through a lot this year, professionally, personally, right? There was the stretch there where it looked like he was going to get divorced. Now they're back. He had Poppy out there, which is a great name, by the way. He had Poppy out there. And
Trevor Immelman's like, there's a lot of great names for April. Meaning a lot of holes that are named at Augusta National. I wrote back, I was like, there's 18 of them that come to mind. You know, I mean, you're not going to name your kid Azalea, but yeah, there's a lot of names. Yeah.
Sergio Garcia did.
Really?
Interesting.
You can't do that
Sergio
unless
Garcia
fucking win the Masters.
Yeah, right. It's a little different.
It's crazy.
He won the Masters. I believe his daughter's name is Azalea. Sergio.
It is a great name for a Masters champion.
If you won the Masters, that's legit.
You know what else is fucked? I'm sorry to keep bringing it back to this thing, but it's like, and Hannah's like, Hannah's like, oh, I like the
Why
name.
are we talking about
Hannah's
that?
like, I like the name Rory. I was like, I do a golf podcast. You know, I just can't name it.
It is a great name.
Yeah, she's like, Rory's a great name. And I was like,
for a girl or a boy?
For a girl.
Interesting.
Yeah, she loves it.
It's a great name,
I'm
actually.
not naming my child
I know.
Rory McIlroy. I just can't do it.
I
was like, what about
Joel Damon?
Yeah, but like,
I remember
Joel Damon's not a Rory McIlroy like fan, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you're saying.
Or she's like, what about Scotty? I was like, all right, just stop. he'll file a restraining
What would be like an Islanders? We don't have to go through it.
Yeah, no.
So Joel, it was
Butch scoring
because Joel, before they announced that their son was coming and named Riggs and the whole thing, he sent me a very nice text like a week before. And he's like, hey, I need you to know I'm naming my son Riggs. It's a family thing. And he goes, just please don't make a thing about it. I said, no problem. So then that was all he asked. And then ever since he was like, when we posted about it, there were quite a few people that tagged your name in the Instagram. But other than that, my wife was totally cool with it. No issues. But he sent me a funny text for just don't make a thing about it. I said, no, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, the ultimate commitment to the bit would be Scotty.
Yeah, it's a great name too.
Scotty. I think about that with KFC, with Keegan. It's Keegan Bradley.
Yeah.
He was the Barstool People's Golfer 2.0.
See, everyone just they do it.
Everything's connected. You're not going to come up with a name that's like one of one unless it's crazy.
Yeah, unless you're an asshole.
Right.
Like Elon Musk named his kid like X.
He named him like a code in a computer.
He's obsessed with X.
There's something about
Twitter
that.
to X, space X.
He jumps up in the air and tries to make an X.
He likes X. He's obsessed with
something like, if you read into it, there's like, I don't know, it's like perfection. There's something about X that's like, I don't know, there's like this whole crew that loves X. You can read into like why they love it. There's like reasons for it.
Speaking of crew, how about that entourage that's now was rolling around at UFC? We had we had Trump.
This was insane. Did you guys watch that link I put in?
Outrageous.
No.
I couldn't stop watching it.
I blew my load on the Tyson Paul fight the night before. I stayed up till 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
Not worth it at all.
This was late.
I know. I should have stayed up for Jones and Stipe, but I didn't. I was too late.
So the crew you're referring to is at UFC. It was Trump. It was Elon Musk.
Dana White,
Kid Rock, and then it was Yasir to his right. And there was reports that Trump had just played with Monahan that morning, or maybe the day before in Florida. Flew to New York and then met with Yasir. And I sent you guys a link. There was like this Twitter link that was on Trump the whole fight. It was just a live stream from the 300 sections of Trump the entire fight. So you could watch him taking pictures with everyone.
Interesting.
You can watch him like at one point
Well, honestly, we wanted that for Tiger Woods.
Dude, it was 3 hours of
legit.
It It was insane. I'm like, how does this guy even have the energy to be doing this, by the way?
Right.
It's like nuts that he's just out there. He took a billion photos. Everyone's walking up to him, tapping the president on the shoulder, being like, can I have a photo? And he's like, sure. It was crazy. There was no security. And to his right was Yasir, and they were talking, and he's smacking Yasir. And, dude, he was dominating him. I'm thinking, like, if you're trying to make this guy, and we've talked a lot about Yasir, that he just wants to be the big swinging dick. He shows up to these meetings. The only person that might be able to put him in his place is Tiger Woods. Yep. Everyone else, he kind of shows up with all the money and all the power and all of like the fear behind his name and like his regime and the whole entire deal. And then if you want to dominate that guy, you bring him around like he's your little fucking lackey at this point. He was... Dude, at one point, Trump, I'm 99% sure I saw what I saw. He made Yasir take a photo of him and fans. So, like, he's just like, hey, can you just, like, be around and just, like, help? Like, and Yasir literally has his hands in his pocket watching the spectacle that is sitting with the president. And the MSG crowd went nuts. And he's sitting there, and he's just like, it was such a boss move that I honestly couldn't keep my eyes off of it.
Well, this is what Rory said when he was asked that question 2 weeks ago. He's like, do you think this will move the deal along? And this is what I think he's referring to. Like, Trump will do this.
He dominated him for 2 straight hours. And at the end, the fight ended and Trump just left and Yasir was standing there looking around. He just left him. He didn't say bye, nothing. Bro, go back and watch the footage. He doesn't even say bye. Yasir's like, do I go with him? He like asked someone. He's like, do I go with him? He was like put in his place. It was fucking awesome. And he's like, we're getting this deal done. Like, you just know it. They were talking about it. I was trying to like read his lips the whole time because you could watch the whole conversation. Dude, you could go back and watch their whole deal. You could tell that it's being done.
There's a girl on TikTok who does great lip readings. I would love to see that.
He's pointing around. He's looking. He's pointing to the crowd. He's pointing to like the lights. He must be saying something about like, can you believe the spectacle here? MSG. We could do this with golf. Like, you could almost see that he was talking about shit like that.
I mean, I hope they get it done. That would be amazing. Like that. If nothing else, let's get this golf thing done.
Yeah. Yeah. It was interesting to watch.
It's also, I mean, Trump has hosted a ton of the live events. All the different Trump properties. Right. He's played in like the Pro-Am. True. He's like out there and been involved in that big time. So I would imagine that is a very funny, like, you got Elon, who's the richest person in the world. Yeah. You've got Donald Trump, who's the most powerful person in the world.
Yasir sat next to Elon for like a good half hour talking.
And you've got Yasir, who is like the right-hand man of like probably the actual richest person in the world, which is the king of Saudi Arabia. It's crazy. And they're sitting there. What a spectacle. Yeah. What a spectacle.
And Kid Rock's there.
And Kid Rock was there. Kid Rock was there.
The biggest Trump guy in the world, Kid Rock.
He was chilling.
Fucking firing.
Taylor Lewan was there right behind them.
Dude, it was a crazy celebrity showing at that. I mean, it was MSG, so it's like you're going to get a ton of
stars.
It was
like the Avengers were like all showing up.
Right.
Crazy.
I know you mentioned earlier the Tyson-Jake Paul fight, and everybody's kind of shitting on it, but Jake Paul is the biggest genius in the world.
It's amazing.
I mean, he's an absolute genius.
One of my buddies was like, don't you feel bad for like the actual boxers? Like, this sucks for guys like whoever like is actually good in boxing. And I was like, well, those people just aren't good promoters then. Like, you can't blame. None of what Jake Paul accomplished can be blamed on Jake Paul. Like, we all just like bought in for a specific reason, regardless of what that might be. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, he pulled it off. He got everyone to care. Mike Tyson got everyone to care, and they made fucking $60 million, and they go on their way. Like that, there is no blaming anyone in that. There's no feeling bad for someone else. Like, if you simply just go do it, then.
The fight was dog shit, though.
It was dog shit, but also everyone was talking about it.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about it the day leading up to it, that night, the next morning even. Like, even if your takes were that the fight sucked, which it did, Iron Mike, I think he was just trying to stay alive. I think Jake Paul was literally pulling punches, so he was like, I'm not going to like, embarrass this icon at this point. Everybody was talking about it. The fucking, you couldn't get a coffee in the morning without them being like, what do you got tonight? You think Iron Mike's got a chance? Everybody's talking about it, and that is just genius. It's Dave Portnoy-esque. It's like getting people to talk about something that otherwise is ridiculous. Like, Jake Paul is a YouTube kind of guy, whatever, influencer. Mike Tyson is like 60 years old, and everybody was talking about the two of them squaring up and fighting. So it's genius, but it was dog shit.
Tyson almost died a couple months ago, he said.
He did say that. It was a big L for Netflix, I will say. There was a lot of buffering.
So I was lucky. I didn't have many issues.
Really?
I had a bunch of my buddies over, and we were like reading Twitter, being like, everyone's getting a spinning circle. Dave was talking about how he couldn't watch the fight. And I was like, are we the only people in America that have not lost connection yet? We didn't lose connection once. Sometimes it would get blurry for a second, and then it would catch back. Actually, right when the fight started, you could tell 100 million more people tuned in because it got blurry right when the fight started. Right. That's a lot of fucking people.
Well, they're also doing NFL, right?
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to happen.
That's like
a Jake Paul. This is bigger than that.
What do you mean?
I think this would be bigger than the NFL on Christmas. You don't think?
No.
Really?
No.
Dude, you don't think so? This is international.
No, I think it's big. I think the numbers are going to be huge. The NFL, they're going to have, it's Christmas Day, everybody's home. You're going to have big numbers.
But that's in America only, though. Like, it's only Christmas, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously it's Christmas other places, but like, we're talking
I think it's going to be a big fucking number.
It'll be a big number.
I might be with Frankie. I just think football happens every week, and I get that it's going to be huge. This event,
the numbers were insane. It was like over half the people that have Netflix watch.
I agree. I think
100-something million.
I think it's good. The Jake Paul Tyson thing is going to have huge numbers. I just think the NFL first Christmas Day game is going to have.
It's going to have
literally everybody in the country watching.
There's two
games. No, I was telling people I think the Tyson Paul thing is going to have bigger numbers than people think, but I don't think it'll touch the NFL number.
It's the holiday season, and what better gift to give than the gift of luxurious comfort? Our great friends at Peter Millar have launched their annual holiday gift guide, and this season is full of everything from stocking stuffers, timeless pieces that will stay with your loved ones forever. I would talk a lot on this show about going different places, vacation, golf trips. Being at Bandon Dunes a few weeks ago was right after I got a bunch of these new Peter Millar items, and it's just fun having great fall items.
Yeah, it's a showstopper for sure, especially showing up in the fall with those. For me, I've got those little V-neck sweaters, purple, all those bold colors showing up, and everyone's like, wow, they're feeling it. They're looking at you. You look like you're prepared for the time that it is, I'm actually prepared. I went out, I got all this stuff, this fall gear. You don't have it. I have it. Make sure you go to Peter Millar. I'm telling you, it's a great gift too. Getting the Peter Millar box, getting that logo and having your dad, your grandfather, whatever, opening that up. That's a good feeling.
It is the holiday season. I put my tree up, by the way. It looks great. I'm very excited about it.
Very nice.
But if you're going to like a holiday party or something, what better than this stuff? You go, you look nice. You can wear golfing, sure, but you can go to like a holiday party in a nice Peter Millar vest or a sweater.
Those quarter zips, they're so tight and they're so perfect. Like they're tight, like in the sense like around the neck. They just look good. Like going to a party, going to a dinner party.
Clean.
It's not like that loose stuff like right off the rack. It's just everything's like it's a real strong neck. It's a real strong collar. For me, it can't be beat. The Peter Millar quarter zips are the number one.
They've also got the Crown Heritage Cashmere sweaters.
Yeah.
One of our favorite gifts.
I saw Todd Martin promoting this on his Instagram. You think he hashtag cashmere.
Of course he did. Phenomenal. This says, with yarn so soft you have to feel it to believe it.
It's true.
The Crown Heritage Cashmere sweater is sure to be your loved one's favorite holiday gift. Be sure to check out these sweaters and all the rest of Peter Millar's iconic holiday gift line at petermillar.com/foreplay. That is petermillar.com/foreplay. Shout out to Jon Gruden.
Oh my God.
New coworker.
Legend.
He's
so good, man.
What a guy.
He's as good of a hire as you can get. I can't stop watching his stuff, which I can't remember from any new hire that we've ever had. I can't stop watching his stuff.
He just has a charisma about him that is, you really can't get enough of it.
No.
I watch everything he posts. Every live stream he's on. He posted his golf swing this morning. Looks great after the new hip, John.
Really nice.
Would love to get him in a video.
Oh my God.
It'd be incredible.
Barstool Golfs with you would be incredible.
Oh my God.
You gotta do that.
Good.
You guys riding around in that
tear
cart?
my brain apart.
People forget he was so good on Monday Night Football for almost a decade.
So good.
Is that how long he was there?
I think so. I think it was just under a decade.
God. That's a run.
And he's just, everything he says, we are old. But everything he says, he says it in a way where you're like, I love this.
And he's fully bought in, which is the best.
Yeah.
He's he's loving this new version of himself. Being able to post on social media, just made an Instagram for the first time. So it's like this is a whole new thing for him, and you could tell that he's diving in the deep end.
Well, if you listen to Dave on the Unnamed show, money wasn't really a thing. They did a very quick negotiation, and you look at the contracts he got with whatever Monday Night Football, and then all the coaching jobs he had. He just wants to be in this world.
Yeah,
which is awesome. He's just the love of the game.
Oh,
what did Dave say that he was like? I just want to donate to football.
Yeah,
Dave's like, I don't know what that means.
He just loves football.
To the game of football.
Yeah.
He's Rob Lowe. It's just NFL.
Just football.
Let's
go.
He just wants to donate to it. He wants to give things to football.
We do. We got to play golf with that man.
Oh, my God.
I want that more than anything.
Me too.
Jon Gruden. Barstool Classic Championship. That's why everybody's here.
Yep.
In Arizona. We got Large is going to be down here.
Oh, wow.
Dana Beers.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Which are great additions.
Down here tonight? We're doing like a DraftKings event tonight, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
That's where I watched the fight at, actually. It was at DraftKings.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
cool.
nice. It was a nice scene over there. Have you guys been to that sports
No.
No, I'm excited to see it.
It's actually really cool. It's also like a hazard because they got giant TVs outside. When people drive down on the road, you can like watch TV.
No way.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like the rubber duck head effect. You know,
Rubber duck
Yeah.
head effect.
on the highway when a car accident on the other side of the road and everybody stops to look.
Yeah.
That's kind of what the TVs are like. It's kind of a problem.
Interesting.
What's
I've
that
seen
term? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's
I don't know if
I know
it's
what you're
rubber duck,
No, it's not rubber. It's like something like that. But rubbernecking.
something like that might be it.
Did I just say a bad word?
I have no idea.
I think it's rubber. I think it's rubbernecking.
Bad word. You know the effect
Can
we're
you
talking about?
look
Everybody
that up?
slows
Is it
down.
called
'cause they all
rubber-
look at
Yeah,
the
it's
accent.
rubbernecking.
It's rubbernecking.
Yep, just
Okay,
looked it up.
perfect.
Rubbernecking, nice.
So you got yourself canceled?
Oh my
Big
God, rubbernecking sounds
What could
horrible.
It does sound bad. Sounds like something they had to take out of textbooks.
Yeah, yeah. Someone said actually just yesterday on Twitter that they should put a like a tent around every accident that's on the side of roads, and then you won't have as much traffic. You just don't let people look.
Take the NFL tent out there.
Yes.
Put it up.
Right.
Put up a curtain. That's the word I was looking for. Just a curtain. Just you put one stake in, you walk it 20 yards, you put another one in, and everything that's happening behind it, you just let it be. But everyone that's on the highway won't be able to sit there and watch.
The only problem with that is sometimes they do that, and it's because it's horrific.
Yeah.
So now people are going to think,
gotta
I
look.
gotta look.
Oh, true.
It's so bad they put a tent up. I gotta
Sometimes
see
they
this
will
shit.
do that. They'll put up like a
Yeah.
thing because it's like we don't want anybody to see this. Now I want.
Let it be
see
the norm that no matter what's going on back there, you're not going to be able to look.
It would
And
take a little
after
bit
10
to get people
years, whatever it is.
trained. Yeah.
I had the other day a lady was in the middle of the road with her hazards on at like a stop sign or stop light, and light turned green. She stayed there, and I kind of drove up, and I wasn't sure if I should be like, what? So I did the roll the window down thing. I was like, is everything okay?
Yeah.
And it's kind of a risky. You don't know what you're walking into. Everything was fine. She said thank you, and luckily she moved on. She was just sitting in the middle of the road. It's kind of an eerie thing when someone's just their car's in the middle of the road, hazards are on, and they're not moving. I was
don't like that.
Right.
Everything all right?
It was scary. Everything seemed fine. She was good.
Have you ever watched the video on how traffic accumulates?
I saw
There's great YouTube videos on it.
I saw a study that showed that it was, I believe it was like automated or simulated, but it was like 12 cars in a circle, all driving at the exact same speed without changing or increasing the speed of the cars, and traffic forms no matter what.
Oh, I didn't see that
It was
one.
this like study that they showed, and I was like, it blew my mind.
The one that I saw was just one person slows down, and it's just the trickle effect. And as it keeps going, it just keeps getting slower and slower. People start jamming on brakes. Like the person basically that's leading it starts the whole entire thing. It doesn't have to be an accident. Someone's merging on, that person stops, the next person behind them stops, next person behind them stops, and then it keeps getting even tighter and tighter and tighter. And the more that people keep slowing down, that's just how it reaches the back.
Interesting.
Wow.
Accidents are usually the thing. Especially living in New York, when I would drive into the city from Long Island, it would be like, oh, you're going to get there in 45 minutes, like perfect.
Yeah.
And then bang, an accident happens. It takes an hour and 15.
Really bad. JFK is unusable right now. John F. Kennedy Airport is unapproachable.
That's your airport
Terminal
too, isn't it?
4, they have lost it. They've lost it. They've lost Terminal 4. They really have. No, bro, they've lost it. They're redoing JFK. There's these huge signs. Please, sorry for the inconvenience. We are reshaping a brand new JFK. This is what you see as you get dick slapped in the cheek.
Not the number one reason I moved to Florida, but Terminal 4 is on the list.
Dude,
of why I moved.
I'm an LGA guy now. It's going to take an extra 10 minutes to get there, which is at this point way better than the extra 30 minutes we do circling around JFK last night. The guy last night almost gave up. My Uber driver last night almost gave up trying to get to Terminal 4. They have blocked off Terminal 4, and the maps don't understand where to go. And if you're not paying attention to these little blinking signs that say go to Terminal 5, take the loop, get on the expressway going east, come back west. If you don't know that and you're just reading this thing will keep taking you to the same ramp that's closed. They have turned off the ramps. They've turned them off. There's no ramps to Terminal 4. You got to go to the arrivals in Terminal 5 to get to 4 now. It is insane. Last night, I tried to get to the airport an hour and a half early, and we took an extra 30 minutes once we got to JFK to get to my gate. So I said, this is it. I said, I put my foot down. I will not go to JFK until it's done. When it's done, it's going to be incredible.
I sailed into PBI yesterday. Oh, it looked like I am legend.
You sail here too. There's never any traffic, and the weather's always the same, pretty much. So everything's on time. It's never an issue here.
Those airports really are nice great. I don't want to like shit like the
shit all over them.
It's one of the greatest parts of living in New York is being able to take a flight every 30 minutes.
You do have every option.
No matter what you do, you can get anywhere in the world. We take that for granted in New York, big time.
Yeah.
If you go to these other places, you got to wait until 8 o'clock to get onto a flight to somewhere else. It's
my life now is I get dumped in Atlanta.
I can get anywhere efficiently. It's just getting to the airport takes me 45 minutes now instead of 32, which is annoying. But like now we're nitpicking. I could live in Denver. I can live in Colorado. It'll still take me 40 minutes to get to the airport. It just will be a nice, easier drive.
You're not starting and stopping.
You're not starting and stopping. Like it. Going to LGA will take me 45 minutes now. Coming home take me an hour and 10.
My friend Darren legitimately commutes from Palm Beach to New York City. He Monday morning I think he takes like a 7-something flight. And he's like in the office by 9:30.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And he just whatever it is, an hour and 45, 2-hour flight. And then he goes to Newark. I think their office is maybe
every day.
He does it Monday and then he comes back like Thursday.
Holy shit.
But he's like, I spend all day, Sunday, fun day, whatever, watching football in Florida. Go to, nice dinner in Florida. He's like, I wake up, I'm in the office Monday.
Wow.
At like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Amazing.
Speaking of things that take too long, did you guys see the pace of play clip, Charlie Hull?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago, and you can put it in right now.
I'm wondering what your thoughts are on what can be done about pace of play.
Oh, it's crazy. I said I'm quite ruthless, but I said, listen, if you get 3 bad timings, every time is a 2-shot penalty. If you have 3 of them, you lose your tour card instantly. Go back to key school because I'm sure that would hurry a lot of people up and they won't want to lose their tour card. So that would kind of kill the slow play, but they'd never do that.
How important of an issue is it though out here?
Oh, it's ridiculous, and I feel sorry for the fans, how slow it is out there. Because we were out there for 5 hours and 40 minutes yesterday. We're playing a 4-ball at home on a hard golf course, and we're rounding 3.5 hours, 4 hours. So it is pretty crazy.
She's like, take their tour cards away if they get too many strikes.
Phenomenal.
I get that she's being dramatic and over the top, but that's what you need. And Max Homer reposted it. Nelly Korda reposted it. This is going to get some momentum, I hope.
So they play in 3.5 hours in their home. Why are they taking 5.5 in a professional tournament? What's the difference?
We talked a lot about it with the World Series and just how much that's changed baseball and how fast it is by just coming up with a rule, sticking to it, actually enforcing it. So I love that she said that and that it's got traction because it does make no sense. It's like you get X amount of time, hit your shot, let's fucking go.
Right. It's not like baseball needs less preparation before each thing that you're trying to accomplish. You need the same amount of preparation in baseball as you need in golf. You're about to read the putt. You got to see where it goes. Same thing for a pitcher. I mean, that guy's got to think so much about statistics and where this guy's hot zones are and cold zones are and what pitch he threw last and what pitch he thinks is coming and what pitch he has to throw next. That's so much information you have to compile in 10 seconds. And it's such an athletic sport where it's like, I'm just going to keep going. And then golf, it's like we assume that they need all the time in the world to be able to assess what kind of shot. Are they going to hit a cut? Are they going to hit a draw? Where's it going to land? Is it going to roll out? Like, dude, just fucking figure it out. The other sports figure it out. You think LeBron James gets the benefit of not thinking if he's going to drive to the hoop or stop and take a check back shot? It's like, you're a fucking athlete. Just figure it out now. You think hockey players get a chance to think? Brock Nelson the other night on a breakaway, am I going to go low glove or am I going to go low blocker? Am I going to he's not he doesn't get to stop and do a fucking check the whatever. What am I thinking of?
Ice?
Putt view.
If you didn't have a lineage going,
putt view. What's it called? Is it called putt view?
Aim point.
Aim point.
If you didn't have a lineage going, Brock would be a great name. It's my brother's name.
Yeah, it is a great name.
But no, and I'd be curious.
Brock Borelli.
I don't think BB.
Yeah.
I don't think scores aren't going to change if they make people play faster. You're not going to see guys going out there and shooting 76s.
No, I don't think
you'll find out that we could have been doing this a long time ago. These scores aren't changing at all.
And it is an entertainment product. We just talked about it with boxing and with the fight. It's like there's an element that everybody has to understand that it is an entertainment product and everyone's going to be the reason there's these purses that are $20, $25 million. It has to be entertaining. And people playing slow as shit is killing the entertainment factor.
Yes.
It really does. Takes forever to get to the conclusion. They had whatever that stat was. It was like some ridiculous percentage, like 15 or 20% of the events this year had a round that was delayed due to darkness. That's insane.
It's also
and their response was, we're getting rid of players.
We're gonna not have as many players that play on the PGA Tour. What are you talking about?
What a waste of money too, to have to like have everyone come back the next day.
So dumb.
It's a logistical nightmare to have to do
horrible.
that. And it's literally just because people play too slow. And it's like, there's a fucking rule in the game. What was it, like Augusta? Remember they like penalized that amateur? It was like a really young amateur, I think, that they penalized like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was like the only penalty they'd ever done. And it was a scene. It was like a whole story in the world of golf because someone got penalized for slow play. And it's like, well, yeah, slow play it's against the rules. It's illegal. Like if you take too long over all your shots, it is illegal. You're affecting the other guys. And Brooks Koepka has had to talk about where he's like, I intentionally now have to like play in a totally different mindset when I play with certain guys because otherwise it'll drive me nuts. I'm ready to hit, then I got to spend my whole day waiting for someone else to hit instead of being able to do your thing. So it does affect other people. It affects the product. It just shouldn't be allowed. I don't know why. Like we don't allow people to just drop their golf ball wherever they want. Like there's a rule. So why are we allowing people to just play longer than is allotted to play? Take longer to play.
It falls on the willingness to enforce it.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. You got to start. You got to make a big deal about it. You got to announce it. We're doing this. And if the X happens, then Y happens. And that's just the way that it is. You can't be scared of players. You just got to do it. And that's where it starts. And if they're not going to do that, then it's never going to change.
Do it. Who are they afraid of?
The players.
What does that mean? Just make the rule.
Yeah.
Make the rule. You're a professional sports league.
I would argue there is a rule that they're not enforcing.
Enforce the rule.
Right. I think it's like you have 40 seconds or something. I believe that's the rule. You have like the first guy at the ball in the fairway has like a minute or something. And then the other 3 or 2, however many, if they're doing threesomes, the other people have like 40 seconds from when that other ball is struck to hit yours, but they never enforce it. If they did, it wouldn't take 5.5 hours. It would be
Put someone with a whistle. The score, the official score who's walking with each group has a whistle, and they just blow the whistle at 40 seconds.
Right.
Let us start.
Stroke.
Let's
like,
start.
Holy shit.
I like that.
Let us start. Let's start with shame. Let's get the average time it
Lowry?
takes each player. What?
Lowry?
No, shame.
Oh, okay.
Shame work.
We could start with Shane, too. We could get Shane to shame people.
But I think we start shaming people. Publicly put out how long it takes each player when they're over the ball. Give us a graph. Give us a graph.
The stats are out there, right?
I think they have it, but I don't know.
Because Brian Harmon said that to us, where he's like, if you look at the statistics, I'm actually not that slow.
I wonder if that's internal or if we could find those.
Make it external. Give us a graph we can put up, and I'll tweet it every single day so people can see it. And it starts. Shame always works.
Oh, big time.
And then people at these tournaments will be like, "Hey, man, hurry it up. We saw you on the graph. You take 1,000,000 hours to play around a golf. Let's go here."
It also affects golf all the way through to recreational golf, to golf resorts, courses.
It's like traffic.
Well, right. Everybody, they watch the good players, and if the good players take forever, they go, right? Everybody then, they've got their routine and their pre-shot thing, which you should have a routine. It should just be fucking fast. It doesn't have to be really long, but they watch them, take forever, and then that starts to trickle into the recreational game, and then all of a sudden everything's slower. Now instead of being like away from wife, kids, whatever for 3.5, 4 hours, you're out there for 6 hours because the round takes 5, and it's less appealing. It's like people just don't find it as fun because you're standing out there waiting the whole fucking time. It affects the entire game.
And I said it the last time we talked about this. If I were a current player on the PGA Tour, I would do exactly what they're doing right now. The purses are huge. The stakes are high. They're letting us take advantage of this time. I'm going to do it. That's their attitude towards it.
Right.
That's a small amount of people that just need to be put in their place.
Come on. Let's go.
It is a small amount. It's a small percentage.
That's now affecting the careers of that small percentage because they're cutting players.
Right.
I'm trying to think who were like the slow guys.
JB Holmes.
True.
I don't even know if he's still on tour.
I don't know if he is either. That's a good name. He's considered.
But I remember he was
slow.
the Brooks. He's what got Brooks fucking pissed.
That's right. And then that was when Bryson was going through it. He was considered very slow.
That's the first name that popped up. There's who's the slowest guy right now?
I remember it was Kevin Na.
Are there stats, Alex? Are you guys looking it up? There's none.
It's not really anything you can find.
But I think they send that. I think they might keep that internal.
Some player leak it to us.
Max tweeted his.
What's his?
He averages 38 seconds a shot.
That's his average.
Max Homa's.
was gonna say he's actually, I feel like, on the slower side because he does all of the aim point.
Yeah, and I remember he had that tweet. Remember that video went pretty viral of him taking like 2 minutes to aim point, read a putt, and credit to him, was very transparent. He was like, "Hey, watching this makes me cringe. I do need to be faster. My bad." So he was like acknowledged it. He didn't like lie or not lie, but a lot of people try to like deflect.
They get defensive.
Yeah, they get very defensive. Like, actually, if you look at the stats, like, well, no, you're just fucking slow. Like, I don't know.
Somebody give me a graphic that it's easy to read and I can just see who takes the longest. And we will start shaming them on this podcast.
Averaging, like, think about 38 seconds over the ball is so long.
It's a long time.
Like, I think mine's probably 11 seconds.
Yeah, like from the time, like if I hit a tee shot and then you're up, how long do you think from the second I make contact to when your ball is hit?
11 seconds?
Yeah, it's probably less than 15 seconds.
Yeah, it is.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You've
already teed it up.
I already had the ball on the ground. 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. Now I'm like waggling. 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi. I mean, there's no way I get to 15.
No.
There's no way.
All right, so then when does the clock start when they're in the fairway? How does that work?
I think when the first guy gets to, like the guy that's closest from the tee gets to his ball is when the clock starts. And I think that guy has an extra 15 or 20 seconds. So it might be a minute or whatever the fuck it is, minute and 5 seconds. And then right after he hits, the next player has 40 seconds, I believe.
Okay.
And you get like 1 violation per round, I think.
So if you hit the ball furthest and you're like a yard in front of the guy to your right, you actually get a minute and a half to hit your ball.
Right.
You're standing over there. You're waiting for him to hit. He's going to take 40 seconds. Now your 40 seconds starts, but you've been preparing for your shot this whole time.
I would be curious to know when that third guy actually starts his routine. It might be after the second guy hits the ball. It probably is.
Yeah, but they're starting their routine, quote unquote, right when they get to their ball.
Yeah.
They're talking about club selection.
But what we're saying is if they are doing it in a way that we want them to, as soon as that second ball is hit, like 3 seconds later, that other ball should be hit.
Right. That's right. That is right.
I'm trying to find, because I did when we were at Sheep Ranch with Matt, Janelle, and them, I put my tripod up on the first tee of Sheep Ranch and filmed everybody's tee shot. And the whole video from the first swing, all 4 guys tee off, is last one. Like a minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
For all 4 of us
That's
tee
crazy.
off at a fucking cool course. We're taking it, we're all jacked up. People aren't like rushing through it. And a whole video is a minute and 20 seconds for all 4 of us tee off.
And Charlie Hull said it. She said her little rant was like
20 seconds
when we play at home at hard golf courses. So when they're not going out there and playing a dog track where it's like we can just step up and hit wherever. She's like, we at home, we're playing hard golf courses. It takes us 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Something has to change.
And they're not trying to play bad.
It took 4 guys 20 seconds each on the first tee of a nerve-wracking like tee shot.
Big day.
Where you should be taking the most time probably.
Like fired up, big day.
Yeah.
Taking it about as like seriously as you could take it. It's par 5.
Seconds.
It's the coolest opening hole on property. We're all right there. There's like the starters there. All the guys are around. So you're like going to be as locked in as you can get.
And that's including a guy standing over his ball watching it land.
Right.
Like,
I need more data. I want to see some data.
Is it data or data? What do we like?
I like to say data.
I want the data and the data.
Foreplay is sponsored by BetterHelp. This month is all about gratitude, of course. It's Thanksgiving. We're giving thanks for all kinds of stuff. It's incredibly important, to make sure you take care of yourself. It's very important. We talk about trying to improve our golf games, trying to improve our health. We talk about that throughout the show. You got to be sharp, mentally healthy, mentally work on that brain, and BetterHelp is a great, great, great way to do that.
I think stats show that this time of year is when people they sort of lose their footing a little bit. There's a lot going on. The holidays are happening. Christmas is happening. A lot of family stuff going on. You're seeing people you haven't seen in a while. You got to talk to somebody. If you feel that way, it never hurts to talk to somebody. BetterHelp is there to help you with that. So yeah, just make sure you're doing all right. Again, this is a stressful time of year, so just talk to somebody. You're going to feel better.
I just listened to a podcast with Theo Vaughn and Joey Diaz, 2 of the funniest guys on the planet.
Theo Vaughn is hilarious.
It was just so funny, but like they both struggle with things like not being around people and the comedy scene, and COVID really like put a dampening in all of like Joey Diaz's life, and he's like, I'm just not myself, and you got to talk to people and talking to therapists and all this stuff. Like it was really interesting to hear 2 of like the funniest, most outgoing people talk about how they struggle with stuff like that. It could hit anyone. So you can't be too much of a big, strong guy to get help. Like you see Joey Diaz talking about just like, yeah, I'm not the same. I gotta be around. He's so funny, but like
funniest guy in the world.
But yeah, it just goes to show it's like there is no you got to get rid of like the stigma of like having to be like a weak-minded person to get help. That's like out the window at this point.
Yeah, and if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Fore today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Fore.
These are speakers up here?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Man.
Aren't those cool?
Yeah, you connect like your phone to that and you play music?
Yeah. And you can do like the TV.
That's incredible.
Cool. It's like surround sound.
That's a great little setup.
Great feature, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I need to get a little bit more dialed in with the entertainment fact, because there is like the whole behind the TV stuff.
You could do what I did with the fucking TV.
Could you have somebody do that?
I had somebody do it. I set it up myself. I set it up myself in the fact that like I got all the stuff that needed to be done, and then
what was her name?
Full throttle
remodel.
I need a little full throttle remodel.
Dude, you get 3 of the same brackets.
Okay.
So that they'll all be off the wall the same amount, and the bottom 2 TVs have to have the same type of like thickness or whatever, and it'll all look like one nice wall of TVs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Because now
like you might need to like get 2 different bottom ones to fit left and right, but actually
I can do that.
No, you would fit nice.
I think it'd be perfect.
It would be perfect.
Now that I'm playing Call of Duty, I need to.
How sick is Call of Duty?
Oh man,
bro,
it's
the
great.
movement, the shooting is all just mint.
Did they missed it for a couple of years? That just wasn't as good. Is that right?
Well, they tried to go like different storylines and old guns, and like I just think that they put everything that you needed into one game now. This is the best Call of Duty I've ever played. What do you think?
It's really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. The last few games. Last game was good, but there were 2 years where the games were
The only thing I hate, actually, so it's not the best ever. So I take that back. The only thing I hate is these battle passes things that you can purchase.
Yeah.
And these guys have these guns that are like...
Yeah, you got to unlock a battle pass.
Battle pass. Ridiculous. Like... I'm getting shot at by this like fire gun, and I'm like, "What is this? Like the green neon gun?"
Oh, that's probably just a blueprint or some
bullshit.
It's not.
I got lit on fire the other day.
Their guns are like better than mine because they bought something more than.
Oh, play to win.
What?
Or pay to win.
Yeah, it's bullshit. They should eliminate that. Like
is that a thing?
Yeah, there's some
dude.
There's
that's not a meritocracy. Then that's like how much can you spend on this game?
How much? It's the same thing in NHL.
It's like a nightclub.
That's
what that is.
You try to play
ridiculous.
Hut, or like I know a lot of people play FIFA.
Ultimate Team in like Madden, where kids
Madden,
have their parents just buy their roster.
They'll
and
just buy the roster. Like
you
play NHL Hut, and it's like you basically get like game cards. You know what I'm talking about? Player cards.
That's bullshit.
And you make your team, and you go and you like draft your team, and like you get a Brock Nelson. You're like, oh my god, I can't believe I have a Brock Nelson. And then you play against a guy, and he's got Gretzky, Lemieux, Paul. It's crazy, and it's like the first day the game came out. You're like, how the fuck does this guy have all these guys? Because he spent $1,000 getting these fucking cards.
I didn't even know that was a thing. That's bullshit,
dude.
I played Call of Duty for 2 hours on Saturday. It gave me the worst headache of my life. So
it gave you a headache?
Bad.
Oh no.
So that part of my life is over. It was so fun.
It's the best game.
Oh my god.
Did you play online?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I was running around Nuketown like crazy.
How much fun is that game?
So fun.
It's just aesthetically pleasing.
When are we playing?
I'll play. Well, I was gonna say tonight, but I'm never home.
You're not home.
I'm gonna have a baby, but yeah.
How about I apparently bought such a cheap Xbox, I had to delete all the other games off of it just to be able to download Call of Duty.
Like space.
I actually had to do that the other night as well.
It was insane.
I had to do that.
I had
too.
to delete FIFA. I had to delete PGA Tour. I had to delete everything because I couldn't play Call of Duty.
You need
I was like, what is this poor ass Xbox that I bought?
PlayStation.
You got an apartment
storage,
like this,
right?
you can buy a better Xbox.
I got to get a better Xbox. It was very embarrassing. I called. I was texting Bush. I was like, "Does this sound right to you?" He's like, what is that? How'd you get that? Like, I don't know. I gotta get a better Xbox.
Probably said something stupid like storage game weak ass or something.
Oh, I was texting him.
He's like, "No, you gotta get an external hard drive."
I was texting.
I just said you could if you wanted more.
You could.
Games.
I was texting him the other night. I was like, "Why is this so much better than the other game that I was playing?" And it was like, "You were playing Warzone, which is impossible." And he was like, "Well, TTK is lower in Black Ops."
It's just a different. It's just different.
Is there any truth to if your TV? I play better on a smaller TV.
That's true.
Yeah, most people play on monitors now. Like I have like a like a gaming monitor.
Because, and I could be wrong, but like it's quite literally, if you see a target in that little screen, it's like less movement that you have to make to hit that target.
Okay.
As opposed to when I'm playing on my big screen that Trent gave me, I'm like,
you're also further away. Like if you're on a monitor, you're like right in front of
right.
it.
So when I see someone, I'm like, bro, I'm actually good at this game. I'm
in that phase where I still suck.
I'm like a 1.6 KD right now.
Okay.
Which is actually what's
That's
yours?
really good. Probably like a 1.4 or something.
Dude, I'm fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm running around. I'm sliding, shooting. I got the whole deal. I'm setting down landmines. I'm spree mines, whatever you call them. I'm all over the place, bro.
I had some like 17-year-old kid on our team the other day just started roasting me out of nowhere. He was like, "Yo, we got this guy on our team. This guy sucks." I was like, "Bro, I can hear you." He's like, "You suck."
My favorite game to still play right now, the game that gets my dick the hardest right now is NHL 25. I don't care how much ass that people say that they make it. Aside from PGA Tour, because we're in that fucking game. Someone messaged me the other day and was like, "Oh, it's my guy Chris from the Islanders." He said, he goes, "The boys are on a road trip. I just fired up PGA Tour 2K23. How insane is it that you guys are in a video game?" I was like, we don't talk about that enough. We really don't.
Dude,
like
we're in there like you shuffle from Tiger Woods to like
it's
us.
Outrageous.
Steph Curry's in there, Michael Jordan's in there.
It's insane. And I've been seeing a lot of stuff that they're starting to like kind of tease their next iteration of their game. It's gonna be coming out next year, I think in like the fourth quarter of next year. I think that game's going to be phenomenal. The fact that this one was so good, the fact that they've had a year and a half to get the next one done, whatever. But NHL, I play this thing, EA SHL. I think I've talked about
best part of the story about us being in that game is that they brought Dan to do all of the stuff, and then they just didn't put him in the game.
They saw. They knew it.
I forgot about that.
They saw the writing on the wall.
Not to fire any strays at Dan, but that is one of my favorite stories.
They're like, this guy's not going to be here.
We were all in Boston.
He flew up there. He did the whole thing.
Took all the pictures.
50 different fucking facial expressions.
That was
and
tough.
Then they were like, "Oh yeah, Dan, we're not putting Dan in the game."
No.
Fuck. It's true.
Sorry.
But EASH, this is the last thing because I know people don't love when we talk video games. I don't know how much of a crossover it is, but I love video games so much. And
video games are pretty popular.
I love them. I love them so much. But EASHL, I think I've talked about this, but like we have a team. Me and my buddy Andrew are on a team. We play 3-on-3. And the other night after the fight, after the Tyson Jake Paul fight, Andrew was home. He didn't come. Like his wife was somewhere and he was watching the dog, so he didn't come over to the house. And we all watched the fight. And I'm like, I'm gonna rip a game of EA SHL. And like all my boys were there, and Andrew was home. We had him on the iPad, and we played 3-on-3. And we were at the Long Island Sauce. I got the pizza guy as a logo, the whole deal. It's incredible. I'm the center. He's the wing. We got a defenseman, and we played a game with like a crowd, right? And like, we came back. We scored 2 goals in the last minute, and we won in overtime. And every goal, like literally, I'm going down on 2-on-1s, and Andrew's to my left. I'm like, I'm coming to you. I sauce it over. He rips one top shelf. It goes in. We're all going nuts at my house. I literally did a dog pile on the couch. I'm like, going like the Islanders scored. That to me, it doesn't get better than that. Like
fun.
Being able to play your position and like get.
So you do, or you're just the same guy the whole time.
Just the center, and like we're yelling at each other. I'm like, Andrew, you played hockey at Elmira. Like, do you even know hockey? Like, we're yelling at each other. Like,
you gotta dump that puck in, dude.
Exactly. Dude, you have to play hockey. Like it's 3-on-3. Like if one guy goes in, the other guy has to go back, and the skating is so realistic. But this version of this year's game, they made it so slow and smooth that like I was way better when it was run and gun. Now it's like you really got to play hockey.
We got to play smarter hockey, guys.
Dude, like guys are like taking too long on the blue line. They're getting bumped, and it's going on a 2-on-1 the other way. I'm like, we just got to move that puck. I'm literally snapping in my mic. I'm like, we got to move that puck now.
I love. Didn't you play hockey?
I yell. I berate my buddy Andrew like all night long. Like the other night, I just like. I was like, we got to go to bed. Like, I was like, you can't play anymore. I was like, you just don't. I was like, you don't have it. I was like, you have to go to bed. I put him to bed. I was like, you don't have it.
You got to get some rest.
Yeah, I was like, you got to get some rest. I'm like, what I'm seeing out of you is unacceptable.
It's like this guy yelling at me during Call of Duty.
Yeah, because you get so into it. You want. It's like you want to fucking win.
No, video games are great.
Video games are fun.
I got some pencils here, which I'm excited about. So I have a golf pencil holder now. We talked a lot about that a couple episodes ago. We're still going to get a P.O. box.
We are. It was a little bit more than I thought. Like it's just
It's like a government official thing.
I gotta go to an actual mail, a post office. I gotta show 2 forms of ID. I gotta pick which box we want. Do we want like? First of all, the largest box is not that large. So like, if someone sends us a fucking painting or something, we're not getting it.
We prefer a tight box, bro.
It's a tight box.
Yeah,
it's tight.
But can you get a big one?
I don't know. You get a storage facility somewhere.
How much is that?
What?
Expensive as shit.
Storage facility? We don't need that.
Split it
No,
three
we
ways.
don't need that. You don't need a storage facility.
What if somebody wants to send a painting?
I would love a painting. More paintings.
PO stand for post office box.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, I never knew that. It makes a lot
But
of
pencils are the main motivator for this.
Speaking of
Pencils.
painting, shout out to my guy Tim Smith art, by the way. I always like to give him a shout out. He painted that 7th hole of Pebble for me.
Yeah.
I have it in my basement. It's the best thing. I look at it every day.
It's awesome.
It's a beautiful painting. Tim
Painting
Smith.
is nice. That's a cool thing.
I sent him the photo that I wanted, that I had,
Mm-hmm.
and he just put it on a canvas, a nice,
Awesome.
beautiful, huge canvas.
It'd be
And he
funny to look
crushed
at the
it.
results of us trying that.
Oh my god.
That'd be bad.
Can you paint, Frankie? You're kind of artistic.
I could paint. I'm not. I could paint
You do landscapes. You do portraits.
landscapes more than I could do a portrait. I can't. I've never been able to really nail like a face.
You're more of a Bob Ross guy.
Yeah, I
Right.
could do a tree, and I've always been able. I always do the tree without the leaves, which I think means you're a psychopath. You ever hear that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
It means you're like a sociopathic killer.
I've never heard that.
There's
So
like
if
they
you
do
are-
like the psychological test where they like
become a
ask
police
you to-
officer.
Yeah.
They'll say draw a tree, and if you draw one without like leaves, if you don't just draw like a nice, just like bushy tree,
I
they're
would draw like a Christmas tree.
we're out of here. I would draw one with like the Halloween like fingers coming off of it.
Yeah, like in Lord of
This
the
guy's
Rings.
about to
or
raise a
something.
kid. He's
Yeah.
a psychopath.
Jesus.
That's what I would do. I'm more. I think there's ways to like decipher like why you would do that. You're more detail oriented, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like simple, just like bushy cloud trees. They like that.
Yeah.
And then if you draw a house and you put a chimney with smoke coming out of it, that's a bad sign too, apparently. But like, see, they're just like,
Oh,
that's
really?
what they say. Yeah.
Oh. I
Wow.
would do a tree with my house if somebody asked me to draw a house.
Yeah.
When you draw a house and it's on fire.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. I mean,
Yeah.
you're healthy.
I could be wrong about what the actual psychological breakdown of it is, but I know that my buddies that did take the police test say that you learn going in to draw a house with no smoke coming out of the chimney, and you learn to draw a tree that's bushy without the things. Yeah, I don't know
I
why.
haven't drawn something in a long time. But we got them pencils. I got a lot of pencils for you, Trent.
Yeah,
All
because
right,
you're
so what do you got here?
you're the scorekeeper, Riggs. So you've got 4 Wingfoot pencils, which is like crazy.
I need one of those Wingfoot pencils.
He's got a plethora of them. But
Here,
I
Trent
went
was
through.
going through the cup earlier. I just heard him mutter, and he goes, "This guy's got 2 Wingfoot pencils." And then a couple minutes later, he goes, "This guy's got 3 Wingfoot pencils."
so many. I got Greyhawk, which is where the
we
classic,
got to get Greyhawk tomorrow.
where the classic championship is at. I got Stream Song Red. I got Spyglass Hill, which I'm thrilled about.
That's a good one.
Big Cedar Golf.
Beautiful.
Aaron Hill's very excited about that one. Bandon Dunes, Stream Song Black, Prestwick. This was the
That's a
crown
great
jewel.
Huge one.
I've got that one. That one's
Prestwick,
incredible.
birthplace of the Open. That's the crown jewel that
I
I
don't know
found.
how I had 2 of those, but
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, it's crazy.
With the white eraser, by the way.
which
Pinehurst,
is a nice touch. It's different. Mm-hmm.
just straight up Pinehurst. The Links at Spanish Bay and Whisper Rock. So
Great.
I'm gonna start filling up this pencil holder. And our guy from TBC Deer Run, shout out to Peyton. He's sending me a TBC
Oh,
Deer
I
Run.
need that.
I'm getting one
Deer
for you.
Run.
He's probably gonna send you a nice little package with some
He did. He
stuff.
said I threw a couple things in there for you.
That's great.
So that'll be coming soon. So my pencil holder is going to start filling up, which I'm excited about.
Oh, the one that I forgot to get, and he just texted me about the baby news. I played that Colorado Golf Club with that guy out, my guy Alex. I never got that.
I heard that place is awesome.
I should get him to send me that pencil. He sent me a bunch of hats recently.
But when we get a PO box, I still have my list of places that I need pencils from.
Yeah.
I'll rattle that off.
I'm gonna get a PO box. I'm
don't have to get a big
I'm
one.
gonna get a PO box. Just, I think if they send us something big, I think they might just send it to the house.
Can you have
maybe?
a forwarding address? Right.
Let me go to the post office and see what's going on.
Ask a couple of questions.
Let me ask a couple of questions. Because if someone sends us like something cool, I want to be able to accept that.
Me too.
I don't want to have to.
I feel like we've lost a lot of stuff that's gone to the office and has never
So
made
much stuff.
made it to us.
I see in this great apartment you have the Burger King award.
Yep.
Or I'm sorry, is it Burger King?
Dunkin'.
No. Dunkin'. I'm sorry.
I've got that.
I got the
I had
Dunkin'
a
go
couple of those
to.
on my desk, and when I saw you had yours, I am bummed that I don't have mine.
Oh, it's a great thing for the office.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I wonder if mine's anywhere around the office in New York. Probably
Take
not.
one.
I've also got right there. I got that Steph Curry glove that he gave me,
Yeah, you just
In the
kept a
middle
bunch
case.
of cool shit.
and then I've got the 2 infamous par 3 course hole-in-1 balls.
Oh yeah,
from the cradle
Oh,
and
very
from the
nice.
preserve.
oh yeah, there they are.
Yeah. No, you've got a bunch of cool shit. You were smart and kept a bunch of stuff.
What is amazing when you realize that you put all that shit away. And then when I actually moved in here, I was like, oh, I actually have because I lived in New York forever, I didn't have any room.
Right.
Now I'm like, oh, I have a room. I can put stuff. So the cold is officially here. It's even chilly here in Arizona this mornings and in the evening time. Guess what? Still living in the perfect gene. You just got to have a great gene. You
Have
really
to.
do. You got to have a good pair of jeans, and the perfect gene is the spot.
You need good genes. You have to have good genes. You have to have genes for different types of events. Really, there's different types of genes for different events, and we all know those types of events.
True.
You know, you're showing up to a certain type of dinner. You're like, oh, I need a real good pair of jeans for this one. Just like calls for it. You know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. These things also, the perfect jean, they got enough stretch to accommodate Thanksgiving dinner and are comfy enough to wear all day watching Sunday football. Plus, even though they feel like sweatpants, they look good enough to be your go-to pants for date night. Perfect Jean has the perfect fit for everybody, and we mean everybody. They've got 6 different fits, waist running from 26 to 50, and lengths from 26 to 38, which means there are over 5,000 possible combinations of pants for you to choose from.
Wow.
It's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use code FORE15 at checkout. That's FORE15, FORE15 at checkout. You're going to get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges. That's 15% off for new customers. Theperfectjean.nyc. The code is FORE15. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Fuck your khakis and get the perfect jean.
I saved every single lanyard I've ever gotten from every event we've ever gone to, and I don't know where that box is.
Ooh.
Like the original one. I have the lanyards from when I've moved into my new house. My parents claim that it's not at their house, and I'm like, it has to be. I had a lot of cool shit in there.
Right, you and Dave went everywhere. Days. Yeah.
Super Bowl
Riggs has got them too. Look at this. What do you do with it?
But see, I think
what do I do with this?
I think
That's
you
my
bring
issue.
it to someone
You know
at
what
like
I'm
a Michaels, and you have them put it in a frame. You don't even need the lanyard. You just need this part.
Right.
And you make it look like one amazing piece of art. You put them all together.
I wasn't sure if it's like, people make they'll make like a rocking chair with like hockey sticks and
no,
stuff.
Dude,
I wasn't sure if they could do something
dream
like a
was
table
to
or
make
something.
them into a photo frame.
Okay, that's a great call. This is the
that
coolest
to
one.
me is a little. It would look weird. I feel like
it would just look like
it's
a bunch
like a
of
shrine of me.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
that's a
just
little
all
weird.
your things, though. It's like
It is cool. It's
all
like
the places you've been.
right. Yeah, this one's like totally
Dude,
pine.
you don't have to display it like right when you walk in.
Right.
But like for me, if I put that in my basement
true.
somewhere,
Like this one doesn't even have your picture on.
No.
it. So that's cool.
Which is
But,
cooler.
my
I think
point
that's
is if you do
cooler.
this,
That
and
actually-
like this, right? Like you take the lanyard off, you do this, and then you keep going.
Yep.
Like
I like it.
Like you do it like that. You go on your way.
That's a good idea.
And
That's
you
a
give
good
it to a
call.
professional. They'll figure
I'm
it
gonna
out.
do that. I'm gonna do that
They'll
because I just
space
have
it
it
out.
sitting there every time we come back from a trip. Plop it in there. I don't know what to do with it.
They might be like, I don't know what you're asking me. Just be like, just make this into something nice.
They're like, this is weird. This is all pictures of you.
Yeah.
Dude.
I threw all mine in the garbage. What an idiot.
Cool. You can start, dude. These
Trying.
things,
I have one of yours in my backpack actually.
these things build
Every
up.
trip we've ever gone on,
I was supposed to give it to you.
Weirdo.
Right when we're leaving, I throw it in my
Weirdo.
golf bag. Every single lanyard. I don't know
Weirdo,
what
he
the fuck
says.
that box is.
Yeah, there's some cool ones in here. Like fucking Australia. There's like the Melbourne one.
What else is going on? I feel like there's something else going on in the golf world.
Yeah, did we forget
Rory,
something?
Charlie, Frankie's having a baby.
The fight.
Fight. I think we covered most of it.
I think we did. I don't know that I got anything else. How long have we been doing this thing, Bush?
Minute 9.
A minute and 9 seconds. Wow.
Hour
We got a long
9
ways
minutes.
to go. What else? We got to find some shit to talk about. A minute and 9 seconds into the show.
Hour and 9. That's pretty
One
good.
of my buddy Kyle. My buddy Kyle, one of my best friends, moved out to London. He has this job, and one of Hannah's uncles, super just like he's a character, right? And he's just like the most like innocent, like nice guy of all time.
Yeah.
It's actually like a cousin's husband. It's not an uncle.
Mhm.
So I don't know why I said uncle. It's a cousin's husband. And works with Kyle. He's like a coworker, like at this huge company. So they don't actually work together, but he's able to email him and whatever. And he's always giving Kyle life updates. And the way he just wrote, "Hello, Kyle. This is an email. Hannah and Frank are expecting. As if Kyle's
like, what?
Yeah. And he's just like, I live for the rich life updates. Like, it's just, they're the best. Always so formal.
That's like the people who will still, my aunt will still do it sometimes, send out the Christmas letter every year. Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Where you give life updates on your whole family?
Oh, is that a Midwest thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because we get one from Colorado, from Hannah's family in Colorado.
You also do that in the up
I've
northeast?
never done that.
Every year, my aunt, she's the only one who still does it, will type up a life update for everybody. Like, I'm in it, my brother's in it. Like, here's what's going on with Trent. Here's what's going on with
we get that from Colorado. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, it's a dying art for sure.
My family friends from Chicago do that. They send it's like a 1-pager, and it goes through everything. This is how so and so's into soccer now, like the whole thing. It's
like
nice.
Yeah, when I got hired at Barstool, like that was a big part of it. And my aunt's like, I don't know what this is, but Trent got hired by this media company, Barstool Sports, and it's like, oh shit,
I don't know what this is.
Good year.
All right, well, I think that's all I have.
Yeah, crazy, man. I know a lot of people are like, I'm not going to make this into like content. That's something I'm not doing. Like, I'm going to make like a close friends Instagram thing. I'm never posting that, like, my child, like, as part of it.
Decision.
Yeah, it's just too much. Like, I already get nervous about posting just like anything with my family. My dad's like one thing, but because like he's such a character, he loves it, he lives for it, and he like doesn't go to sleep. He just scrolls all the time. People talk about him. He just wants to see it.
Even if Quattro grabs a club, it's like, oh
no,
shit.
It's just like it's too much. But I definitely will. I'll always like give updates and talk about like my experiences. I know that's definitely a crossover with our listeners. I know a lot of people were pumped up saying that they can't wait to hear about the journey or whatever. I'll definitely keep you guys updated. I'm always going to be true to that. It's just I'll be selective with
church and state
things. You know? Yeah, you got to have some sort of
separation
for sure.
I think that's fair. I think people respect that.
Yeah.
I remember last time I had a girlfriend was 2020, and I remember for a couple months she was like ragging on me about like, how come you never post me? I was like, it's better that way, whatever.
Oh.
And finally convinced me to post, and then like a day later she was like, that was a huge mistake. My bad.
Yeah, you got to separate it.
Right.
It gets a little iffy.
A little separation, church and state.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Wrong with that. All right, well, sending you home with a bunch of pencils, Trent.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
I gotta get into that.
You gotta rifle through those things.
Yep.
That's the beauty of being the guy that keeps score. I have 1 million pencils.
It is.
How many times have you played Oakmont? Tell me.
Well, how many pencils from Oakmont? Yeah.
The most.
Wow.
I've probably played Oakmont 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
I know you have.
I don't know if you guys, but remember they brought me in that year, a couple of years ago, to do like a speech.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So they had Tom Coyne. They like to bring in like a serious person who Tom Coyne wrote a bunch of books. So he did like 20, 30 minutes first. And then they like to bring, like they brought in different comedians, whatever. And so this is probably 4 or 5 years ago. And they asked me to come in, and it's the SWAT game. So if people know, Oakmont will be all over yet next year because it's the US Open.
Yeah.
So people will start to remember. But the SWAT game is this like iconic thing they do. I think they do it like 3 days a week, these guys. And then they have their big, I think it's in like October, they have their annual SWAT game. Everybody who qualified throughout the whole year gets to play. And so they asked me to play as a sevensome. That was when the greens were running at a 17.9.
Oh, dude.
I think they said
unacceptable.
The Super rolled the greens 11 times. I think he rolled them. And they were legitimately playing that fast. It was preposterous. But you come, you play, have a couple drinks, play the round of golf. And then afterwards, for about 15, 20 minutes, I gave a speech to like the whole kind of club. And it was great. I told the story, the Dave Ryder Cup story with the email.
Yes.
Told that story.
Oh.
So I had a couple bangers in there that got people laughing.
It's a nightmare for me, but yeah, I'm sure it was a funny story.
It was good. It was like you deliver it right. It was a good one. It was a good story.
I've heard a lot of people talk about playing Oakmont. I know Francis has played. It's a place I'm not unlike anybody else. I want to play there, but I think it might make me quit.
It's the hardest golf course I've ever played.
Yeah.
And you won't lose a ball. It's like there's no real water anywhere. It's just hard. Like it's hard tee to green, and then the greens are crazy town. But it's awesome. I mean, it's obviously incredibly prestigious. Everybody knows that. Oakmont, I think it's had the most like USGA events ever. But it's Pittsburgh. So it has this, even though it's probably a lot of net worth there, whatever, it's got this blue collar, like Pittsburgh type feel to it. It's awesome. And then they've got right outside, like I would call it like the mafia table. They've got this round table out on the patio. People sit, you have cigars, people play cards and just hang out there. It's like the coolest table to sit at. It's awesome.
You got a bunch of pencils from there.
Great logo too. Little squirrel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice one.
Saw the clip actually. Francis sent it to me of this architect. I think it was a bunch of architects on a podcast talking about like golf course rankings and stuff. You talk about like Oakmont and Pine Valley and all these places that are like in the top 10. Pine Valley being number 1. It's like, who is that actually built for? Like, is it like, it's built for a really good golfer. So it's like, how do you take that? Like,
I think Tom Doak was talking about that.
Was that Tom Doak?
So.
It's like, it was a really interesting conversation because if you played Oakmont or Pine Valley, it's like which I've been out to Pine Valley, which has been fun, but I haven't really talked about it because you really can't. But it's like,
which is cool, by the way.
It's cool, yeah.
It's cool.
But like, it's so hard, just like you're saying, like Oakmont's running at 17, whatever. It's like, it's unplayable. Mm-hmm. Pine Valley is not really like that. It's not unplayable, but if it's only extremely enjoyable if you're playing well, which is most golf courses. But like, if you're trying to make a ranking for the world to see, like, what do you take into account?
Well, so I'll be interested to hear what you say about this. So Francis, after he played Oakmont, I was talking to him about it, and he was like, you, meaning me, would actually do all right out there. Like, but why?
Because it's the stuff that, like, I usually play pretty well out there because of the similar reason where it's like I can obviously lose a ton of strokes off the tee if I'm wild someday. Yeah. There, you can hit it anywhere. So it's like you're always in play, and then I'm able to like catch up throughout the round.
Okay.
So it's like even if I hit it 50 yards left, you're just like in the other fairway, and you can hit it up near the green, chip and putt decently, and shoot a pretty decent score for a really hard course. It's just really hard to get the ball close to the hole. So like the good players will shoot. It almost like brings everybody a little closer together.
Okay.
And whereas like Florida golf, like a lot of those places, or when we were in Hawaii and it was like blowing a lot and there's a lot of trouble, it's like, dude, I could hit 2 or 3 bad tee shots and I lose 8 strokes right there.
100%.
You know what I mean? You're just in the water, you're taking a drop, you're fucking out of bounds, whatever. Whereas Oakmont, the caddy's like, oh yeah, that's fine over there. You're like, what do you mean? I like shanked it. You're like, oh, it's fine. You have like a 4-iron in, but you're okay. I'm like, all right. And then
that makes me feel better.
I guess I fall on the side that, like, I don't care who the golf course is built for. You just got to take it for what it is. And you have to remove the actual like enjoyment aspect of how you played away from it. And that's why I would put like the Oakmonts and the Pine Valleys as like 1, 2, whatever. Like, yes, Pebble Beach is the most fun. Pebble Beach is still my number one personally, but I understand why they would put a Pine Valley, Augusta, like where it's architecturally perfect and it's built a certain way where they're forcing you to not be able to hit driver. A par 5 might have a bunker, a huge waste bunker that goes across the fairway at 280 yards. You have to hit 3-wood, 3-wood, wedge in. Like, it just really tests your game. That to me is like, holy shit, that was a special round of golf, as opposed to like Paynes Valley. I'm looking that you have the picture there. It's like you could hit it anywhere. It's the most fun time of all time. I have my best memories playing with my buddies and playing with you guys there. I love it. I shoot well when I play there, but I'm able to remove that. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. That's true.
So they had a really good discussion about like who's the rankings for. Is it for like the average golfer, or is it for like the asshole architects?
Right. Because I would agree with that. Like I think about that, like doing the Band of Dunes trip, for example, where they have 5 golf courses there. They're all ranked and tied to whatever the top 75 or so. And it's like I would put like Sheep Ranch because it's like a giant field. You can hit it literally pretty much anywhere. Place. And so many people go and play and be like, that was so much fun. Whereas a really good player, I can understand, might go out there and be like, well, I got net dusted by my buddies because like, fucking, I'm trying to hit strategic shots. And it's like, no, dude, just strike driver and hit it as hard as you can, wherever you want. So it's definitely a little different. I think that way about Shinnecock. I wouldn't say Shinnecock's not like my favorite course I ever played. It's really up there. But if I had to host like a tournament to determine who the best player is, I think like Shinnecock or Pinehurst number 2 are like golf course where I'm like, I would do it there.
Yeah.
That's just like, you got to know what you're doing out there.
Right.
And whereas, like you said, Paynes Valley or whatever, I would have more fun there with my buddies, but I wouldn't say it's like a better.
So it's like when Golf Digest is ranking them, are they thinking about the enjoyment factor of it, or are they thinking about like what you just said? I would send the best golfers there because it's the best test of golf.
Do you know anybody from Golf Digest?
No, not anymore.
What's that?
That we could bring on.
It's not in the video game, so
no.
Shipsticks creates stress-free travel experience for golfers. We know all about Shipsticks. We've been using them now for a couple months. Finally got on the train, and it really is just life's all about like you only get so much time.
It's life-changing,
and you got to try to protect that time the best you can.
Yep.
And this is going to save you a ton of time and hassle.
We talk a lot about our lives on this podcast, specifically mine. I'm having a child. We're going to be bringing a child into the world, which is going to be way more time consuming. So even now I want every moment that I have at home, and it's going to be even more of that in a couple of months. I can't even imagine all of the waiting around, waiting for the bags to come out, making sure that they make it and the connections. I want to tell you guys that I am here in Scottsdale. I've got my clubs with me. Then I have to go to Baton Rouge to the LSU game for Putt Punk on Friday. And then from Baton Rouge, I got to go to Florida for TaylorMade, right? So I'm on the road for like 11 days.
Yeah.
And I have my clubs with me, and we're going to some small airports, especially around Baton Rouge. I don't know where we're going to be going. We're connecting from Scottsdale. I've got my golf clubs with me, and I got a huge thing of luggage. I'm already stressing about it. So what I did is I went on shipsticks.com on the flight last night, and I looked up from Greyhawk to the golf course that we're going to for TaylorMade Day in Florida. How do I get those clubs there? And I don't need them there until next week. 5-day ground shipping. You throw in the code Fore on ShipSticks. I'm telling you guys how easy it is. Their website
20%
is so
off.
simple. It's 20% off. You write Greyhawk, and it tells you exactly everything you need to know. You need to know about Greyhawk. You click it, and it fills out all the address for Greyhawk, and then it says destination. You click that, it fills it all out. You put your name and you put in the code 4. It gives you 20% off. At the end of the day, it's like $70 to send this thing, which you're already going on a flight that's going to cost $50 to put the bag on there. So it's like, this is going to be at the golf course that I need in a week. That I don't have to think about it. I don't even have to think about these golf clubs.
You don't have to go to baggage claim either. No baggage claim.
No baggage claim. I get to go right onto the flight, guys. I'm not even kidding.
Basically flying
I was
private.
laughing out loud thinking about how much better my life is going to be without those golf clubs.
So good.
It's crazy.
So good.
They've figured it out, man. And this code, the code takes off a ton of money.
Yeah.
20% off.
It's 1/5.
Dude.
Bang.
Especially for your first time.
Hold
just
on.
do it.
Yeah, that's right.
Just do it.
Shipsticks.com, 20% off your next shipment. Go to shipsticks.com and use the code FORE4. When I would rank courses, I'm like, if teleportation existed and I could just be on the first tee right now,
Pebble Beach.
Where's the courses I want to be? Pebble's up there. It's like, dude, we're gonna have the most fun ever. Like playing there
every
this
shot.
year with like
every shot at Pebble Beach.
Trent,
people
my
ask
brother, and like it was just awesome.
I know you
It was
guys get this question too, but when people come up and ask like, what's the most fun, best golf course you ever played? And I just say Pebble, and I'm like, I know it's chalk. I know it's not going to be
That's
an answer.
fine.
But I tell them like, there's a reason that I say that, and everyone does, because it's the fucking best.
It is, dude. You're on the
best.
cliffs of California. The
It's
grass
actually
is
the
perfect.
best.
The vibe.
But you
is
know
the
every
best.
single shot. Like you just know it. Like that's the only course aside from like my home courses that I could go through every single shot you have to hit on that golf course.
Yeah.
Every single one.
There's a great speaking of Golf Digest, I think they did it. Jim Nance does the flyover of that.
Yeah.
I've watched that 1,000 times.
It is.
Certainly always before we go on our trip on the dad bod. And it's what you're saying. It's like you just know it.
It's incredible. You got to watch the flyover of Pine Valley. That place is outrageous.
All right.
They
It
have
looks
one on.
ridiculous.
They
It looks
have-
hard.
I think Nance did it.
There's also there's a moment whenever we play Pebble, which again, it's a ridiculous conversation, but it's a golf podcast, so fuck off.
It is what it is.
When we play Pebble and like we get to that 6th hole and you walk back after the par 3 and you walk up with your driver and tee off and you look out there and you're just like, it feels like you're in your favorite movie ever.
Yeah.
You're like a central character in the movie where you're like, wait, what? We're about to hit golf shots? Then like that 6th hole is fun for everybody. You can kind of hit anywhere left. So usually like you got a pretty good look for a birdie or par on that hole. And then 7, and then you hit that tee shot on 8, and like again, it's like a 3-wood or whatever on 8 for most people. So most people are in there, and then you're standing up there, and you're like, I'm about to hit this like 200-yard shot over the ocean to the 8th green. Like, how is this real?
How is it real? Is right.
And it's there's the vibe too. There's something about the way Pebble is and the way it feels and the way it looks in California. And it's funny, you watch that Golf Digest flyover with Jim Nance, him talking about the first hole. It's like not a great first hole.
No,
It's
No,
like
but I
one of
love
the
it.
weirdest
I love it too.
first holes. Like, what do you take?
I
You take
birdied it
hybrid?
last time. I was like, let's just have a day.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, just
That's
hit one to
awesome.
like an inch, tap in.
But then you start getting, you're on 2, and then you're on 3 and 4. You're like, oh yeah, it's happening now.
That first hole too, it's like busy. It's a busy hole. There's people everywhere.
There's a shop there. There's a breakfast place
yeah,
there.
like all your buddies are usually there. It's like people.
Ron
are a little
Rivera was
hungover.
there the last time we played.
That's right. Ron Rivera was there.
Swear to God, he was.
He was. There was
That's
whispers
insane.
of Ron Rivera being there.
That's insane.
Yeah, dude, I was like 2 under through 4 holes when we went out there for the dad bod.
I remember
was
we were
insane.
on one of those trips. We were in
Bladed
the
it
thick
on
of
7.
breaking 100, and on like the 14th hole, I was like, I might I might shoot 94 out
Yeah.
here. And I was just playing so well. It's a place you can play really well.
Yeah, you can.
Especially if the wind's down.
Yeah, and then
When the wind's down
I made
and
a million
it's-
coming in. I think I
it's
shot
not
110.
USO,
but
right.
But there was a moment where I was like, breaking 100. It was a big deal, and I was trying to film every round I could, and people were waiting for the next one, and I was out there at Pebble with no cameras, playing the round of my life. There was a little bit of but I also, and this is probably what threw me off track. I was like, if I'm gonna do it and it's gonna happen out here, no cameras. This is what it is.
Pebble Beach, dude.
Did it at Pebble. I'm going to hug all these guys. We're going to have a great
Right.
time. And I blew up on those last holes. But like, yeah, it's just a special place. And it really is my number one and probably will be until I'm dead.
I don't think there's a cooler experience in the world than playing well at Pebble Beach.
No.
Totally
It's literally
agree.
just the best. It's so
I'm
fun.
getting chills, dude.
I know.
I can't wait to play again. I know
So
we're
good.
so spoiled. It's crazy, but
Yeah, this segment was tough for people, but whatever.
it's golf podcast.
It's a golf podcast talking about
Yeah.
golf course. Talking about like the best golf course in the world,
I
probably.
feel like being food critics and never eating at like good restaurants.
Right, we just eat McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotta do it.
You
Gotta
see all that entourage eating McDonald's, by the way.
I did see
Yeah, I
that.
did
It's
see
like
that.
Elon and Trump.
Yeah.
And
RFK's like, we're doing McDonald's.
His face was like.
what a time! What a ridiculous time to be alive.
See, he's trying to get like the regular, the pure cane sugar to go back
Yeah.
into Coca-Cola. But isn't that what like a Mexican Coca-Cola is?
I think so. It
Which-
was for a long
I've
time.
never heard of
Like
that.
the polar bear Coca-Cola from around Christmas.
I know that Mexican Coke for a long time was pure cane sugar.
There's a difference.
There
when
is.
you give me a Coke in a bottle, that's pure class.
It's also, we don't have to get into it. It's tough hearing about all this bad stuff that's in food, and I've been alive for 35 years. We're fucked.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, it's really bad.
I've been eating.
Because
Oh,
RFK's been talking about it so like bluntly. He's like, we used to be all right, and then like there was a change that happened like 20 years ago where they just started cutting corners, and he's like, we're gonna start
Yeah.
feeling those effects like quickly, like when we're all 60 and 70 and 80, whatever, if we even get there. Like we don't know what that's gonna do to our body. That's the biggest argument for like trying to get things to kind of like correct itself. It's like we don't know what this is gonna do. They're finding like microplastics in guys'
saw that,
testicles
right?
now.
I have had so much processed food over the last 20 years. Just that's all I've been eating. Because I'm like, it's easy to
He
get.
said like they stopped using like meat, like they used that other thing, whatever that.
I
thing's
get that
called.
it's cheaper.
What's
and
that
it's-
yellow dye or like that red that dye that it doesn't even change the color? It's just like it just makes it taste like fucking meat.
I bring it up to say that I think I'm fucked regardless.
Yeah, we're all fucked.
I try to not be, and then dude, this morning I went down, I got a nice coffee, and I was like, I will do that sausage, egg, and cheese. And just that sausage is processed crap, and it's phenomenal.
My problem is I eat like the candy that has the like food coloring on it, and it's like, what does that do? What
like
what are
sticks to your
Sour
teeth.
Patch Kids? Why are they that color, and why are they so good?
Why are they gummy?
You know
Why are they gummy?
You know why?
Bro, yeah, it's bad. But
Let's
like,
wrap it up.
But it's also it's like any
wrap it
place
up.
that's that
We gotta
big.
get-
Like,
I
I
gotta
don't
get
know.
something to eat.
I don't know anything, but it's like you go to like a Chipotle and like you think you're having you think you're eating really healthy, and you would hope that you are, but like you hope that they're doing it the right way. You don't know what's going on. There's a billion Chipotles in this world. They getting shipped these like weird versions of chicken and meat. You don't know.
That is like
You
my
don't-
version of thinking I'm eating really healthy.
Me
Is I
too.
do Chipotle.
The thing that
you don't
messes me
know.
up is thinking about how hard to get and how expensive natural food is, and how easy and cheap the processed stuff. That's where things flip. Where you're like, shouldn't it be the other way around?
What am I
hope
going
we're
to
gonna
go
be
kill
okay.
a chicken? Like I don't.
Oh, we're the generation that's in trouble.
Because we say, oh, like our grandparents, they ate shit and they lived it. It's like, but they didn't eat this stuff though.
No.
That's the problem. Like we keep comparing it to older generations. Like, oh, like, whatever. My dad did this, whatever, and he lived to this. It's like, well, I'm not. We don't have that benefit. Our fast food's even worse. Even worse.
Way worse.
Bro, when you watch like how like the founder, Michael Keaton, it's like a McDonald's movie. Really, really
Great
good
movie.
movie. Great movie.
Kind of a shithead, that guy.
Yeah, shithead, but awesome. Like just
yeah.
genius. Real estate, the whole deal. Have you seen this founder?
I haven't seen it, but I know he's not the guy who started it. He kind of finessed the real.
Well,
Yeah.
there was a McDonald's, and he saw it as a real estate buy. You're going to buy up the land.
Right. It's
You're
not
gonna
about
own
burgers.
it.
It's about real estate.
Yes.
The end of that movie is great in the bathroom scene
I don't know if I remember
when he
it.
hits him with the. It's like the one of the OG McDonald's guys is like, let me ask you a question. Like, when did you decide that you were gonna basically screw us? And he's like, you just really don't get it, do you? And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, it's not about the burgers. It's not about anything. He goes, it's just the name. He goes, McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
He goes, it's just. He's like, you trust the guy. You trust the guy named McDonald. He
Yeah.
goes,
Wow.
it was always just
All right, I
the
gotta
name.
watch
Michael
It's
Keaton's
really good.
so good in it.
I love
It's
Michael
really
Keaton.
good.
But you watch it and like they're actually taking real patties and they're flipping them and they're putting real thing of cheese on it. It's like, who fucking knows?
Nah, bro.
Yeah, it's bad. Nope.
All right, everyone.
That's why you got to trust the rest. Like, there's restaurants. Like, I watch my dad prepare Borelli's, and like you watch it. It's actual real food. It's like we have to stop eating fucking the fast food shit. That's
processed
the problem.
crap.
Fuck.
That's the problem.
Let's avoid the processed crap.
I'm a couple decades in, but all right, I'll try.
We're too deep. It's like trying to get in on a stock.
I had gummy clusters the other day. The Nerds ropes. Yeah.
Bad. Okay.
We had this butter cake at dinner the other night. Dude.
Well, I'm starving right now.
Me too.
Starving. So what shit are we gonna eat?
I gotta go eat like the grass outside.
No.
What do I gotta eat?
I'll go to
Grazing?
Chipotle.
I'm gonna get some Chipotle. It's right there.
All right.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for the Barstool Classic stuff all week. We'll be out here in Arizona. So
new video on our YouTube
with good. Yeah,
with good. It's a whole new format. I think we talked about it leading up.
Great
to this
format.
week. It's a great format. Shout out to Kyle Timms and Jared and Brendan and Alex and the whole team.
I think I broke Riggs' couch.
You broke it? Oh,
there's a button here that I think is coming out.
Oh no,
that's okay. Trent. Just put the blanket back over it. Nobody will
beautiful
notice.
couch.
Good.
Nice, isn't it?
New video and the editing. Like I just want you guys
couch,
to. And this is not to shit on anyone else. What we see on these other production teams are absolutely out of control, and it works for them, right? Like Good puts out a very more like just plain video.
Yeah.
Like they have their shot tracers, they have the one camera that will zoom in on the video, and that's great. It works for them. They have fucking millions of subscribers. We love them, Colin and Max. They are some of the best in the biz. I just go look at the work that our guys put in. Not to say that other guys aren't putting it in, but the amount of time and that it takes to put just little graphics in, like a fucking money sign that follows the Moneyball guy.
So good.
Is like I'm trying to like wrap my head around how long that takes to like rotoscope that in editing and like After Effects to be able to do that. Yeah, it's like you have to like cut the guy out and you have to follow him with the graphic, and then they made it all like a video game style where you could pick the character. It's like all that shit takes so long.
Yeah.
And the video came out pretty quick. Like we were in Hawaii pretty recently.
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago.
So shout out to those guys.
It is crazy how recently we were.
They could have just put the video out and it would have gotten views, but they put even extra work into it to make it just our style. And I thought that was awesome. So I just wanted to give a shout out to our guys.
The Moneyball.
It's a
great video.
It's a good video. So
all right.
watch it. All right.
Thanks everybody for listening. Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.